video first. As soon as it
Mario
starts.
was never good.
Okay,
Mario was never good.
You need to replace that with.
okay,
Sonic was good once.
alright, testing,
Sonic
one,
was
two,
good
three.
once.
Test.
Alright, testing.
Little seashells by the seashore.
Oh wow, where did I get all these,
By the seashore.
side quest things?
Oh
wow, where did I get all these, side quest things?
Yeah,
Why is there, yeah I did, where is this side quest of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, what the hell? Why is there, yeah I did, where is this side quest of
what happened?
Xenoblade Chronicles 2, what the hell? Hi, the Tomato Watcher, or Tomato Watcher. Collaboration with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. The southern sky from the middle of the... Wait, let me mute the Twitch so I can actually... the southern sky from the middle of the largest bridge, the eastern sky from the skull's left eye, the southeastern sky from the peak of the Is that tail or tall?
It's spelled out.
Yeah, I wasn't zoomed in, so... sky from the peak of the tall, pierced snowy mountain. Look to the night sky at these locations and find the red shooting stars. Okay, I don't know what that has to do with Xenoblade 2, but sure.
I don't even know what that is.
It's probably some story stuff that I'm not aware of, but okay.
Well, never mind. Well, like, before we go do our thing, in what's it called? What's the game called? GTA 5 for like when they were doing the online for when they were doing the thing for Red Dead Redemption 2. They basically did this special quest that got you a special revolver, and if you got enough headshots of it, you get a bonus. Special revolver, and if you got some
Yeah. All right. Cool. Say
Someone else.
something. Yeah. Say something, Scrappy, quickly. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Like to see Avengers Infinity War on April 27th.
Yep.
Like to see Avengers Infinity War on April 27th.
Yep.
Wait for a second.
We're gonna talk about Mario while you play Zelda.
Yep. Wait. What did you say, Jason?
I just gotta turn off the PlayStation.
All right. Okay. With that, welcome to the Ramble Express Deadcast. This has been, yeah, we haven't done an episode in quite a while. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. But we have Jason and Scrappy along because I think these two have played most of the platforming Mario games. Jory I don't think could really care less, and I mean Lewis could have joined, but you know I don't have to keep waiting around. But
Actually, I think the only one I haven't played was New Mario 2.
yeah,
It's alright.
Yeah, we'll get to
I agree
that.
that we're all just gonna gloss over that one, aren't we?
Well, we'll get to that, but yeah, we're just gonna go through the main platforming games. We're not gonna be talking about like any of the sports, car races, or RPGs. We might cover like the RPGs in like a separate retrospective, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah. So starting off with Mario 1. I don't really have much. Yeah, I don't really have much nostalgia for this one because I didn't actually play the NES Mario games until the Wii Virtual Console, and even then I haven't.
And we're young as heck.
Yeah.
I think my first time was, I'm off it, Mom. Sorry. I think the first time I played it was Mario Bros. Deluxe for the Game Boy Color.
Right.
Which is actually a really good port.
Yeah, I've heard as much.
Because I think it has one Lost Levels, like, and a bunch of extra stuff in it as well.
Yeah. Doesn't it like dub Lost Levels as like Mario Bros for super players?
I think so.
Yeah, I think they released on the 3DS as a free download at one point.
Kinda wish I knew that.
Yeah, because I remember playing that on the 3DS at one point. It had like a world map kind of similar to the like a condensed
Yeah,
version of
yeah,
Mario
well, map.
3.
And you can change Mario and Luigi on the fly, even though Luigi didn't do anything.
I didn't even know that.
It was like press select and you turn to Luigi. But
uh,
otherwise, my other experience it with the game was the because I said I think my first time was Deluxe. So it was
Yeah.
either that or the All Star Collection on Super Nintendo.
which I still need to. I need to play those because yeah, you know.
It's Scrappy. You?
And you can play as Luigi and he'll win by doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I wish.
Luigi just stands there. He just floats up and moves right for the air,
Yeah.
like high enough so Lakitu can't hit it.
Lakitu is a pain in the neck. Like just in any game, really.
And
Except
well,
for Mario
it also
64 and Odyssey.
Is he
the only,
in
the
Odyssey?
only thing worse than Lakitu in that one is the Hammer Brother, which is it's the most infamous version, not counting the lost levels,
Yeah, yeah. What
because they're so random.
is Lakitu in Odyssey? I don't remember.
Because like I can't tell what they're doing.
Yeah, because like the thing of well, both Lakitus and Hammer Bros like kind of feel like it feels like there's a pattern there with the hammers and the spinies, but at the same time not. It feels random as well. Like it's
But jumping
weird.
is the main thing that screws me over.
Yeah. At least with the Hammer Bros, you can usually use the blocks to just take them out that way. Lakitus, you just either run away or try and risk jumping on them, which is easier said than done. Unless
Usually the gimmick of the Lakitu level is to run away.
Yeah, unless you have like Fireflower or a Star, but that doesn't happen often when they're around.
But I didn't play Mario. I don't play Mario 1 that much nowadays.
Nah, me neither. It's a fine enough game, and I appreciate what it did for the industry, and it's a fun enough time when I do play it, and it's pretty challenging, all things considered. But yeah, I don't go back to it that often.
Although there's the one that we play even less.
Do we want to go to Lost Levels right now, or do we have anything else to say?
Primary exposure to Mario 1 also comes from Virtual Console, but
Yeah.
version. So I played it through All Stars on the Wii, and it did for the industry at its time. It is most part, but I'm just not good at NES games.
No, that's fair enough. I'm not that good at. I'm really not that great at the older 2D Mario games. The only one I'm really decent at is World, honestly.
I have things to say about Mario World.
Oh, I think we all do, but yeah.
So 7 out of 10, I guess, if I was going to give an arbitrary score.
Yeah, I'm not really thinking about that, but I guess something around there. Yeah, Lost Levels sucks. Moving on.
Lost Levels sucks. I do. Hold on, but before that, I do appreciate that they actually gave Luigi something different.
Yeah, that's like the first game, I believe, where they gave Luigi like his own like stats, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, and
jump,
that carried
force
over to
traction.
today, being the slipperiness and the high jump.
Yeah, he's more or less a hard mode. I don't really play as Luigi in that game because that game's hard enough as it is. So just to have the like annoying traction to deal with is just no thank you. The jump would be nice though, but yeah.
Levels for being the best-selling ROM hack in history.
I mean there are some changes to like some of the platforms and stuff. Like they look a little bit different to the first game, but it just yeah. There's really no better way to describe it than a glorified ROM hack, really.
Every time someone complains about New Super Mario Bros. Having no creativity, I point to that.
Yeah, I don't really hear anyone praising Lost Levels, so you know,
Always someone.
if you do, then you're a masochist.
Like you playing Zelda 2? Sorry.
Well, I never said I liked Zelda 2 either, but I like it more than Zelda 1, I guess, but that's not saying a lot.
And that one too.
Well, I mean, like,
Long
I've
story
heard,
short, we
well,
all
I've
suck at
heard
NES
that
games.
it is a fun kind of hard.
Yeah, Zelda 2 is at least like it's hmm. I don't know. Like when it comes to like Lost Levels in Zelda 2, they're on kind of like a similar level to me, but I feel like Zelda 2 is at least feels a bit more fair. And I say that very loosely.
Zelda 2 does a bit more with its premise than Lost Levels does.
Yeah, and it actually feels like a new game. Like, to a fault, I guess, because they changed how Zelda worked in just the span of a game, but that's neither here nor there. But, yeah. What can we say about Lost Levels that hasn't already been said? I would, unless you're, like, super curious, I wouldn't recommend playing it unless you, like, really want a hard game challenge. But other than that, nah, just skip it.
What the Japanese players got in the 80s.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention for a moment.
No, you didn't really need to. Should we just move to
Well,
Mario?
did you say like how like the original reason why they didn't bring over Lost Levels because it was they say it was too hard?
I think it was a mixture of that and because it was too similar to the first game, so they, uh, like, changed a bit of Doki Doki Panic and made that Mario 2 instead.
True.
Um,
Still, but like, how do you, I don't really like that mentality of it's too hard.
yeah.
It was
Like,
too hard though, so
I mean, it
they
depends.
made the right
Like,
choice.
it depends. Though. Like, if it being hard is the point, but it's designed well, I'm fine with it. But like, if it's hard in a way where it's like it's intrusive and badly designed, then yeah, I'll have things to say about it. Like,
I'll give it a little bit more forgiveness in this regard for being early gaming.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't really think that much about it because, you know, it's like the second main like big Mario game, but so they haven't fully grasped like all the ins and outs yet.
Knew what they were doing. Mario 1 was already pretty hard in its own right for its time. They just wanted to be
Yeah, Mario,
just walk.
if you get rid of the cape feather, Mario Hood is actually pretty difficult. uh,
Broken as heck, and I love it.
yeah. I guess I don't have that much to say about Mario 2 USA. I honestly,
I like it, although I still kind of like it.
it's fine. I just find it kind of unremarkable. Like, I don't know. It's kind of hit and miss.
Again, though, like it does like establish the kind of character traits that we've known some of the characters for.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
in the new Mario world, in 3D world, sorry, not new Mario 3D. What was I saying?
3D World. Like.
Yeah, in 3D world because that's basically what they're all based off of.
Yeah, I appreciate the game mostly for like just that, like making the characters different. But the level design itself, I think, it's fine as possible, but I don't think it's too great. I don't know.
It's really hard around the end.
Yeah.
One side particularly, I don't love the game, but again, it's better than what Japan got.
Yeah, I'll play I'll play Mario 2 USA over Lost Levels in a heartbeat easily, but
Would
yeah.
you play 2 over 1?
No. I'd play Mario 1 over I'll just say Doki Doki Panic because it's easier. Yeah, I'd rather play that because I just find the normal way a Mario game plays more fun than the way Doki Doki Panic plays. It's an interesting idea for a game, but
Can't jump on enemies to kill them. What is this?
I mean, it would be
Mario's
interesting for it would be like something like that would be is basically I guess a precursor to Captain Toad in a sense, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's the best comparison I can think of, but yeah. So Mario
Next.
3.
Actually, wait, what came first, Mario 3 or Land?
We aren't cover. You can talk about Land if you want, but I wasn't really gonna
Well, that's
consider
technically a
that.
platformer.
I never played the Land series, so if you guys have, we may as well just cover them now to get them out of the way.
I have played both of them.
Okay.
Mario 3 came out before Super Mario Land in Japan.
Okay, well, I guess we can do Mario 3 then.
Alright.
Yes, Mario, I guess, but not still not really my cup of tea. The difficulty is just a little too inconsistent from.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my main issue. Main issue. I like it a lot more than Mario 1. I think it's like a really nice improvement, like with all the new power-ups and stuff. And it did introduce a lot of those kinds of level traits we'd expect, like desert, snow, cloud, and all that. But yeah, like you said, the difficulty is just all over the place, and it kind of stops me from enjoying it as much as I could sometimes.
I swear World 8 is easier than World 7.
And I swear World 3 is like... Well, it's not that bad for me now, but like World 3 is like significantly harder than World 4 for me. And I got stuck in that world for ages.
My mom still can't beat it.
Yeah, because
every single time my mom and my aunt just randomly want to play the game. They need whenever they get to Big Bertha, they just say, "Jason, help!"
Yeah, at least it ain't that thing from 64.
Boss Bass.
Yeah.
Brother and I quit when we tried playing through it on All Stars.
Yeah, I'll have some things to say about that, but yeah, I don't know, because I remember when playing Mario 3 as a kid, I was just like, yeah, get to World 3, okay, that's as far as I'm gonna get. I don't know. Even then, yeah, the thing from 64 to Mario Watcher,
The inconsistent difficulty really is apparent.
yeah, that's why I mean, if Mario 3 is like like a favorite game to some people, then you know, that's fair enough. I can see the merit in that, but
Yeah.
yeah, the difficulty just kills it for
I
me.
think it is one of the. I think difficulty, fluxing difficulty aside, I think it is the best made of the NES games.
Oh, the NES games easily. Like I think it's again, I think it's a substantial improvement over Mario 1.
Mm-hmm.
Lost Levels doesn't count.
Actually, now I'm randomly thinking about Mario had a lot of had a really smooth sprites in 3.
Yeah. It looks really good for an NES game as well. Like I don't know when it came out, but I assume like
88.
88.
Mario 3 came out in Japan in December of 1988.
Okay, so like
When it came out, when it released everywhere else.
April 1990, they took.
okay, so around the end of the life cycle then.
Was the NES only like 4 or 5 years old?
Something like that. I don't know.
North America, it was about by Mario 3's release, but it was out in Japan since 1980.
Right. Yeah, because like back then, like console lifespans were a lot shorter than they are now. Then again,
Back then.
then again, the Wii U was like 4 years, so that says more about.
Terrible for how long it went.
It's not, yeah, like considering how like the Mario 3 was released in 1990 for North America. Okay, yeah, yeah, considering like the Wii U's lack of success, 4 years ain't bad. Because they tried.
It's all but dead now.
Yeah, they but that's Nintendo. Like they tried. Like like they still try to support it to the bitter end.
Mm-hmm.
Only about 6 or 8 months shorter than the average console life before successor shows up.
Yeah, I hope the Switch stays around for a long time to compensate, because especially considering how well it's doing, and they'd be stupid to jump ship so soon. Yeah, either way. Are we done with Mario 3? Do you have anything else to say?
These are nice.
Uh-huh.
Just like same thing with Mario 2. I do like appreciate the expansions of the lore itself.
Yeah.
Like, thank goodness for the enemies that were added in the game. Like, always get a thumbs up.
Yeah. Mario.
Mario 3. Those are cool.
Yeah. I also go back to Doki Doki Panic for a second. I don't think if we didn't get that game, I don't think the series would be like as okay with like experimenting, or like I don't think we'd have like I don't think the series would have branched out as much as it does. Cause like
Yeah, because like going to Sonic for a second here, it's like they've for the most part they kind of stuck with what they know for the Genesis.
yeah.
You know, not maybe the exceptions being like Spinball and all that.
Hmm. Well, Spinoza can do whatever.
Yeah. Going back to Mario now.
Yeah.
Are we on that, or are we still on 3, or are we moving on?
Mario Land.
You guys can talk about just cover both Mario Land games, because I have nothing to say
Mario
about these.
One is incredibly short.
Yeah, it does look fun. The games I want to get to at some point.
It is fun, and I do like its music as well.
Never played it. I saw the Super Gamers play through it, and it looks fine for what it is, really. I mean, it's impressive that they got that on the Game Boy got that on the Game Boy as a launch title.
Yeah.
I think it was also and was it maybe the guy who made Metroid?
I think so.
Oh yes, he did work on it.
Yeah, I think Miyamoto had no involvement on that actually.
Yeah.
That's pretty much why there's like no recurring characters aside from Mario himself in those games.
Yeah,
It's also if that was Daisy.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird things in the Mario Land games.
Hi, I'm Daisy.
Yeah.
Mario.
I love Daisy. I don't care what everybody says. I love Daisy.
Daisy and Wario are pretty much the biggest legacy left behind by and Wario Land itself is pretty much a spin-off of it.
What happened? Yeah, Wario how that started is Mario Land 1 and 2, like and where like it was supposed to be a series, sort of like the Donkey Kong Land kind of games in a way.
All right, yeah.
But like once Mario Land 3 eventually became Wario's series altogether. Because it's called Mario Land 3, Wario Land, I believe.
Right.
And 3.
Oh yeah, right. And I do like Wario Land.
I liked Shake It because that's the only one I played.
You should get them. I actually think they're pretty good, and they are pretty good. One's more traditional platformer, whereas 2 and 3 I believe it's more like exploratory, like stuff like the Wario's more known for today.
Yeah, what are they on though? Like
Game Boy only.
That's a bit
Mario
difficult
Land.
then.
For Game Boy, Wario Land 3 is Game Boy Color, Wario Land 4 is Game Boy Advance. Then there's Virtual Boy Wario Land, which is actually considered the best Virtual Boy game.
Yeah, I saw the Anthony video, and it actually looks really good.
Yeah, that's kind of sad then that they had to put it on a console like that.
I think I saw I think that when I saw the AVGN video on the Virtual Boy, if we're gonna go on this for a second, he said that like the library of games itself isn't bad. It's just that the Virtual Boy itself.
Yeah, that's what I gather from it. Like I wouldn't want to play anything on that console.
No, that's why I'm glad Antu put over the black and white filter over instead of the red.
Yeah.
But yeah, Harry, you can get Wario Land 4 at least on the Wii U Virtual Console,
Yeah, I've seen that on there, but the other games I don't
and
know
I
if
do
I.
recommend it.
Yeah.
Was Wario Land 4 like a launch title or like an early title at least for the GBA?
Uh.
Because I had it.
mm.
Scrappy little research, if you will.
While that happens, anything else to say about Mario Land?
The Mario Land series. I just
Yeah.
think they're just pretty good platformers.
Yeah.
Like they don't overstay their welcome either. Oh yeah, Mario Land 2 also has a save feature.
Also, Mario has a castle. For some reason. And it's never brought up again.
What about well he has that and hotels.
We don't talk about that.
No, we will talk about that.
Oh my goodness.
Not this video, but
Eh.
anyways, is World next?
I think so, yeah. Is Scrappy still looking at trying to look for, things?
Wario Land.
Yeah. Is Scrappy around?
Scrappy. I'll check. Survey says he's still here.
Please don't tell me something's going wrong again.
Mm-hmm. Well, Maddie's talking in the chat.
I am so out of practice in this game.
Well, I'm not watching the stream. I've been dying a lot.
No, I haven't been dying, but I really haven't played this game a lot. Yeah, I need to, like, get to grips again.
Well, before we move on to World, I'll look at it just to be sure.
Yeah.
Wario Land 4's initial release date is August 21st, 2001.
Okay.
GBA launch. Let's see, Japan. Japan March 21st, 2001. North America June 11, 2001. Yeah, so Mario Land 4 is only roughly 3 months after the release.
Okay, so launch period, I guess.
Yeah, launch period.
Yeah.
Oh, it says it went discontinued in 2010.
Alright.
Alrighty then. World. I actually was fortunate enough to have the actual Super Nintendo cartridge.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we still have it. It's like I think it was before the E rating because like I think they still have the kids to adults on it.
See if I can like.
But
Scrappy's not even in the call anymore. What the heck?
Yeah, he left now. I don't know what happened. I think he probably just dropped.
He might be coming. I hope he comes back.
Should we move on for now, or?
I get.
As long as we can stay on World, I guess we'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of the most comfortable Mario games.
Yeah.
Like, especially for its time, but and also for a launch title for the Super Nintendo, it's still considered one of the best for the console, I believe.
And one of the best Mario games, generally, for most people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's one of my favorite 2D Mario games. We'll get to my other one eventually, but yeah.
I think it's like it's not really hard, but it has a nice escalating difficulty.
Yeah. It's comfortably challenging, I guess. It doesn't really have anything too out of the way besides maybe the Star Road stuff, but
Yeah, I was gonna say the Star Road stuff because
Yeah.
I think it was Tubular, the one with the balloons.
That one takes me a few tries. I don't even know why, but the ice one usually gives me the most trouble, and I don't know why, because it doesn't even seem that difficult.
It also I don't remember the one that ain't. Sorry, what am I trying to say now? All right. It also Mario World also established one of the most broken power-ups in Mario history.
Yeah, and that's the main reason why World is like so much easier compared to like the other games. Like if you play the game without the cape, it's actually pretty difficult. But
There's a
yeah.
lot of stuff on the ground trying to get at you.
Yeah, because like you can just skip entire levels sometimes with that thing.
It's the best Mario game because we don't have to touch anything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get people mad by saying that.
Well, I don't know.
A lot of fun memories of it though. Like I also like its music. I love the. It also is like one of the ones I established. Well, I think Mario 3 started it, but you know, like the secrets and the secret levels and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I love the fact that like Mario World like has like a really big the overworld feels like really open, and like how you can find different secret exits that open up different levels and stuff, and it just feels exciting to just open up more of the world.
I try my best never to use a Star Road though anymore. The Star Road skips.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Final boss.
Yeah, I usually just do the Star Road levels, then go back to the area I was in beforehand.
So you use Star Road as early as possible, basically.
Yeah, at least try doing most of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think at some point you need the Switch Palaces to move on.
Yeah, I think you need it for one of the one with the Lakitu.
Yeah, I think it's possible to cheese it with the cape, but there's you don't have a lot of room to do that.
Right.
But you know, I don't know. I like Mario World a lot. It's one of my favorite, probably one of my favorite Mario games overall. It's very consistent quality wise. I wish there were a few more power ups, I guess, but Yoshi does help that. Overall.
Oh yeah, Yoshi.
Yeah, Yoshi's fun.
Oh yeah. By the way, I like how the only time that to my knowledge that we've had the cape ever since then was Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
I think wasn't the cape in like Super Mario Kart or like one of the
Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah, it was in Super Mario Kart.
It just worked the same way.
Regardless.
Yeah, they don't really use the cape that much anymore.
Probably because they realize it's broken.
Yeah, either that or they just either that or they can just nerf it like they did the Tanuki leaf in 3D Land and World.
The only time the Tanuki leaf was just like how it was in New Super Mario Bros. 2, right?
I believe so.
That is a power up too, actually. The Tanuki, right?
Yeah.
It is nice seeing the raccoon tail in yours again, though.
Yeah.
Cause like, I'm getting way ahead of myself, but I kind of don't like the fact that the leaf just turned you straight into a Tanuki suit in the later ones.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be Tanuki.
Yeah. It would. Yeah. I'll cover that more when we get to that. Yeah, I just want to get Scrappy here. Where is he?
I'm laughing for this.
Wahoo! I need to cook some stuff. Scrappy is.
died. What happened?
Yay!
We
So-
just finished our own world talk, so we're
Yeah,
waiting for you.
Yeah, what's your experience with Mario World?
It is the greatest game of all time.
Can you elaborate?
It doesn't.
No, before he does, I just like it's like greatest game of all time. It's just like
I don't need to elaborate. We can move on. But my experience comes from the Game Boy Advance port, which I think is the best way to play unless you really want co-op. It's just something like Nintendo's.
Oh, come on, I died from just... Okay, whatever.
Nintendo's developers had learned many lessons from their half-decade developing main series.
Yeah.
they're really good at.
Word.
Yeah. They
Not innovation, but refinement.
Yeah.
yeah, like they have a nice slow, consistent increase of quality.
Yeah. I just died from a Hinox, like, casually dropping a log on my head.
I'm watching it now with the muted.
The power-ups aren't as numerous as Mario 3, but they're a lot more versatile.
Yeah.
The cape being broken is not a bug, but a feature. Is all I will say on the matter.
Yeah, but the cape does make it a lot easier than the game would be without it. But it is fun to use.
It's fun. And Yoshi's my footstool, but he's also my bro.
Yeah, I like how that one level with the secret exit, like, I think it's impossible to get to the secret exit without, like, like jumping off Yoshi.
Is the one way to go under the goal?
Yeah, that.
I believe you can
fly under it if you're really good with your timing.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Well, it feels like they want you to get off of Yoshi.
Are you playing the Hinox again?
You know, I can't be bothered. I'm just gonna run away.
deceptively deep game.
Also,
Sorry, going on topic for just a second. Harry, have you found that one Hinox that was just in the darkness?
I think so. Is it that little maze thing?
I forget where it was. It's like this pitch black.
Yeah, well, I've been in a pitch black area. I think there was a Hinox there.
Yeah, because I think that was what was guarding the. I think killing it was how you unlock the shrine.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Did Mario 3 have ghost houses, or did that start in Mario World?
World.
Okay.
Three.
Really? I don't remember them.
Well, boos were in the fortresses.
Right. Yeah, I remember them being in 3, but I don't know if there were ghost houses.
No, I don't think there wasn't.
Yeah,
Out.
Gripe with Mario. My only real gripe with Mario World is that there may not be enough visual variety.
I guess. Oh, they're not. The ghost houses aren't in 3, apparently.
It's the launch title for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Probably trying to keep it simplistic for aim visually so they don't overwork it too much.
It still looks
Yeah.
good. Compared to Mario 3 and the new Super Mario Bros. Series that followed, there isn't much aesthetic variety.
Yeah.
What we got was pretty, but it's just a little
Oops.
lot of environments.
Oh, I need to...
Estimates with game's quality that I don't really care.
Mm.
There's not even a fire, Harry.
Yeah. Hey, there we go. Okay.
One of the best credits themes in the series.
Yes.
Best parental floss parody. Goldfish is dead. I think we can end this podcast now.
No. But what's it? I like the ghost houses because I like how they're more like, they're kind of like more puzzly, I guess, and like it's more of a you have to think of more how to just get through the level, let alone finding the secrets.
These are great. I love those.
Yeah. some of them like stumped. Like there's this one in Mario World, that stumped me for a while. I think it's the one where the boos turn into blocks. I think.
I think I know which one you're talking about, but I don't remember that one that much.
Yeah, that one took me a while to figure out. There's a couple in the new series that stumped me as well.
Find all 96 exits. I don't usually play games for more than a few years, but I like to go back to every once in a while.
Yeah. I don't usually start fresh on games, like, for at least a year or so after I've played it. I sometimes I go back to it to just play a level or something, but not usually, like, from scratch.
Mm.
But, yeah.
Also, you have less hearts than I do.
Yeah.
I put this game down, and I still haven't even gotten anywhere close to finishing this game. I mean, I beat all the beasts.
Don't the beasts give you, heart containers?
I think so, and more importantly, they give you power-ups.
Right.
I'm surprised you haven't done any of them yet.
I was on my way to doing the Azora one, but, that was, like, shortly after that. That's when I stopped playing the game for, like, 3 months.
Well, we have a new goal for this stream.
I don't know if... I'm just kind of wandering around.
Well, just getting into the beast will give you a warp point to it, so it's probably just the best thing we can do.
If I can, like, find it.
You need to head to the main.
Yeah.
Island time.
Yeah, anyways, are we done with Mario World?
I'm done.
Alright.
Yeah. What was next? 64?
I wanted to cover the new series before the 3D stuff.
One, it's actually a nice return to form after 14 years being gone.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Choo-Choo.
Player mode in the Mario series, that's the Star Hunt is just good fun.
Yeah. I mean, after playing most of the game, most of New Super Mario Bros. DS, I do have a newfound appreciation for it, and I think it's probably as good as the game could have been on DS. And I feel like they basically did all they could with the mechanics, and I like that it feels I don't know, like if it, I guess, well, that's not what I was gonna say, but I like the fact that there's like some like 3D Mario elements in it, like the wall jump and stomp and all that, and
I love that. I honestly, if they take that away in the next 2D Mario, I'm gonna be sad.
yeah, it wouldn't feel right. And it
Yeah,
works.
I do.
Yeah.
Hmm?
And I was just gonna say, like, in general, I think they used the mechanics that they had really well, and the level design is actually pretty creative in DS.
Yeah, I mean, even as a kid, I thought it was pretty easy, but again, nothing wrong with that. I do appreciate just being able to go through levels, and the blue shell is the greatest thing of all time. Like, shell is probably my favorite power up after the cape.
The blue shell's I like the fact that the new power-ups in DS feel more for like puzzle solving elements, or like finding secrets, than it is for like just something like a fire flower where you just feel stronger.
And they didn't show up much.
Yeah, Mega Mushroom especially, like that. I like how they have the toad houses for Mega Mushroom specifically, yet most of the time you're boned if you use that, because like you break pipes that you might wanna go down.
Lightning, look out.
No.
Those, like, I guess they kind of fall into the same, the Mario 3 style of situational one-time use power-ups.
Yeah.
And that's can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing.
Yeah.
If I had a blue shell from basically one of the early levels, I really tried to keep that.
Yeah. A blue shell can also be really dangerous as well, because like, if you don't
They'll
like,
let you do the thing where you hide in the let you do that thing where you what is it?
you hide,
can
you
slide in
you
there,
slide in
right?
the shell. Yeah, you slide in the shell when you're at top speed, and if you stop running, then it stops it gets you out of the shell.
Sucked.
But yeah, if you're not fast enough, you can just like careen off a cliff sometimes.
Oh god, lightning! I hate lightning.
At the time to be talking about Final Fantasy characters, Jason.
Uh-huh.
but don't you like Palutena?
Uprising only.
Oh Christ!
See. Yeah, I do enjoy.
Sorry, how do you do that?
What?
Shield slide.
Okay. You. What was this? Press ZL, jump, and wait. Let me try that again. Yeah, jump and press A around the same time.
Okay.
I think it's momentum based as well. I think.
So you have to like moving forward and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
I ain't finding
Hello,
anything
creeper.
around here, so
Had New Super Mario Bros. 1 had mostly unique castle bosses. Giant Goomba.
Oh yeah, yeah. DS has. Like, I like the fact that most of the bosses in DS are just regular enemies, just like humongous.
Mega size.
Yeah, mega sized, with the exception of the Monty Mo and Petey Piranha.
Thing.
It was interesting seeing Petey Piranha in a 2D game, I guess.
Also,
He's
by the
also
way,
in Partners in Time, by the way.
Right.
Bowser, the first castle boss is some of the most terrifying things I've ever seen.
Yeah. You see, like.
Burn his skin off, and
Yeah.
Mario's just like,
Oh,
yeah, that's the thing.
Bowser, right.
Yeah, and then Mario's just like, woohoo!
Oh, there's
So,
a fairy fountain over there. Do you have any fairies on you?
I don't think so.
Because I do recommend the if you do finish up, by the way, if you do finish any of the sacred beasts first, do Zora's the main first.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
me, New Super Mario Bros. 1 was a good first effort for the return of 2D Mario. I like it's impressive that they use sprites to make like character models.
Yeah.
I think Mario was a model though, wasn't he?
Sprites, I think, for him.
Yeah, they look more like sprites. They do look pretty close to models though, but it does look pretty good.
Everything they had was pretty good.
Yeah.
And we all kind of make fun of the series for reusing tracks, but it was good the first time.
Nah.
Yeah, the enemy's dancing thing is kind of weird.
That kind of screws me up sometimes. Like,
Dancing.
I don't know. So I expect to be able to jump on them, then they just stop to dance, and I just get screwed up.
And there's the follow-up on Wii, which I do really love. It's a dream come true for me for a lot of things. The beta elements, like histories on the beta elements for other Mario games, like Mario 64 DS and New Super Mario Bros. DS.
Yeah.
I was always disappointed they kept on cutting out the simultaneous co-op.
Yeah.
I'm happy to actually see.
No, go on.
Happy to see on that E3 trailer that we could actually play with my friend. I could play with my brother.
Yeah.
Koopa Lane's
What was
back.
that? Wasn't that commercial? Wasn't that thing at E3 like very cheesy?
I don't remember. I didn't start watching E3
Right.
until 2010, and that was after Wii came out, so.
Trailer for New Mario Wii was just gameplay with the music.
Yeah.
Four players.
that best to play with just one person.
Yeah.
Chaotic.
Yeah, well, what one or two if you do really want to play the multiplayer. I played with 4 people before, and we just want to kill each other.
Line for that game.
Level design was not made with 4 in mind.
No, it wasn't.
Kind of was. Yeah, but the developers explicitly said basically take your time.
Yeah, I mean,
You really think people nowadays are gonna do that?
yeah.
I didn't say. Hey, I'm not gonna give flack to the developers for actually expecting decency from people.
The tomato watcher says lol.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's New Mario Wii. I think is new enough to justify its existence.
Yeah, I will say that I don't think Mario Wii is quite as creative as DS, but no, it's enjoyable enough.
I think it's a better game overall, but
I think I do enjoy it more, but I don't think it's as new. Like, I don't think it tries as much.
just all just longer, lot more content basically. Just
Yeah.
do more.
The power mushroom.
Yeah. Also, I love the fact that DS has those well, 4 and 7. I don't remember which ones, but like 2 of the worlds you get to by beating a boss, but with the mini mushrooms, so you go down a different pathway, and so they're like
Crap Guardian.
yeah, that's what I'm going over here. Yeah, I like the fact that those 2 worlds are like secret worlds, kinda, in a sense.
Yeah,
But
boss of
They're
the
like
most
beating with
terrifying
mushroom
thing.
well.
Yeah, they're the closest to secret worlds you get into in DS. So
Grab a fairy.
The world Mario we had though.
yeah, Mario we had also star coins. I love the additional star coins. I think they're a really smart addition, because
They're like Dragon coins from Mario World, but you don't have to get them all at once.
yeah, dang it.
I like star coins, and I like that you can toss a shell at them, and that counts as touching them.
Yeah, some of them like are like designed around that. Like, I love the fact that they basically thought of everything when it comes to that. Where like, okay, you get a star coin by throwing a shell. You get it by like going over. I don't know. Like, I like the fact that it encourages exploration more than the other 2D Mario games, where the only thing that mattered was the secret exits, really. It's
A very fair point you make.
And I don't know. I think it like separates the casual players from the hardcore crowd, where like casual players can get a decent enough experience by just getting to Bowser and beating the game, but people who want a bit more meat, they can find the star coins, which gives them a decent enough challenge to satisfy.
And then there's the Star World.
Yeah. Well,
Or
that's
the-
died in Mario Wii.
What was I gonna say?
9797.
7, 9.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Closer level, right?
That level is
No.
annoying.
That was the iced one, right?
Yeah, that one's annoying.
Oh my god, I didn't play a little, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I love how 9-8 is a lot easier. It's like, okay, we knew. Like, have a break.
Yeah, the roller coaster level is fun.
Those are interesting.
I like how we missed you at point blank.
Just like New Super Mario Bros. 1 already kind of seemed to integrate modern Mario into classic Mario and integrated the rest. Like
Yeah.
Kamek, Yoshi has his abilities from Yoshi's Island.
Yeah.
It was nice
But
to
you
see
can't
the
take them to other levels.
Yeah.
nice to see the franchise. Oh yeah, even the Ice Flower from Mario Galaxy came in. That
I-
was
Yeah, as soon as honestly, the Ice Flower seems like something that would have been in like the old games, but I was like, kind of taken aback when I heard like it originated from Galaxy.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around.
No,
Galaxy 1 introduced it. New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
yeah, Wii was like 2009 or something.
Huh.
That was my
They-
holiday game.
They work completely differently in game, like just how the game works, but you know.
You use the ice flower in Mario Galaxy, you become the Shell Trachtenberg.
And we also established the penguin, like the return of a penguin. Wait, was it return? No, the penguin suit, just the penguin suit.
Yeah,
It
Penguin.
introduced the penguin suit, which
Penguin-
is basically a better frog suit.
It's basically the ice flower and the frog suit in one. It's pretty fun, and I like penguins, so it automatically gets a pass.
Except for that, I think there's this one. I think there was like a one annoying star coin 3-1 though. Oh, hello.
Yeah, just randomly here. But yeah.
Ice Stone Talus. Oh, but it's a Konami Bridge South.
Oh.
Really good. The boss for the game too.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about like the Bowser boss in like World.
Well, we didn't really talk about Bowser in general. I don't know, that boss is alright. I don't know
Grab
much.
that axe.
I don't know much to say
Oh,
about
crap.
it.
No. Oh god, you got so lucky. You heard that falling?
Yeah, I didn't know you had that much momentum on me, so.
Master Sword's back up.
Okay.
Yay.
Yeah, it doesn't do
New
enough.
Mario 2 for about 10 seconds.
It's a fun distraction.
I had no experience with it whatsoever.
I don't think the game is bad. Oh, I'm gonna die.
Actually,
Land.
it's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think the game is bad per se, but it's really, it just feels like a quick cash in, and not much else. Like there's barely any
Coins!
any creativity. Yeah, the whole premise is just get a bunch of coins, which is fun enough, but like it's fun getting enough coins to get like a bunch of one-ups and stuff, but it's not it's not. I don't think that's good enough to be a selling point for a full game. Like, I don't know, it's way too easy, and I 100% it in like a week with almost no effort.
New Mario 2, really my experience comes from some sessions I play the game at other stores, because
No!
I do appreciate it returning the well, because like even though 3D Land came first, it was like I do appreciate how it. I think it came first, didn't it?
To work.
Yeah, for New Mario 2. You had the
'Cause,
raccoon
I was gonna
suit,
mention the fact how it brought back the Tanuki leaf to its original.
Yeah.
which actually works like it's supposed to. And
I'll give it that, I guess. I mean, it's fun enough.
Because I was mentioning this to Harry before, but I really don't. I really kind of wish that the leaf was kind of like wasn't just the suit now.
Yeah, in the 3D Lantern world, because they just make it the Tanuki, which is inaccurate to how it's supposed to be. But
yeah, why didn't they
regardless.
just put a suit? Moving on. New Mario 2, I don't own the game. I've just played it in brief, some lengthy spurts at other game stores.
Yeah.
Fine.
I just haven't. I think I don't think I played it at all.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
does what it needs to do. And
yeah, it's fine enough. Like, if you're really curious, I'd recommend giving it a shot, because I think it's at least worth one playthrough. It's really not going to take that long to complete, especially if you
I heard the
played.
coin rush is at least different.
Yeah, I've heard there's like some really difficult Coin Rush DLC packs or whatever, but I never really cared to buy them.
I think
first
that-
Mario platform DLC. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna say. And we finally were able to get co-op to work on a handheld.
Yeah.
I think it to climb the tree
what else was
itself.
Oh yeah.
Game, but as far as I know, it was handed off to younger developers to teach them how to make Mario games. So that kind of shows at certain points. At this point, this is where the music kind of stops getting any new tracks at all.
Yeah.
Ba ba ba.
I love the fact. Yeah, I love how Mario 2, a new Mario 2 rather. It's just. I think it's just a Wii soundtrack with like an extra, like added set of bars.
I think they rescored a few tracks. I think they rescored most of them, but
Yeah.
same thing, just different
You do
instrumentation.
this.
The credits theme, which is New Super Mario Bros. Wii's credits theme remix, is the better version.
I'm trying to figure out how to get up there because of that chest.
Oh, there is a chest up there. I didn't see that.
Yeah. There's a chest at that fort you're trying to get at.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it's. I think about it, it's the first in-house, not in-house, excuse me. Is 2D Mario that wasn't a remake or a side game like the Land series.
Hmm.
Oh, wait, New Super Mario Bros. 1, excuse me.
There has to be a way up
One
here.
Yeah.
of those. Of that very short
Maybe we have to
list.
fall on. Maybe we have to fall in from above.
Wait. Oh, let me try climbing this, and then like jumping.
Cap off New Super Mario Bros. U and
Nope.
New Super Luigi U.
Oh, Mario U is up there with Mario World for me. I think it's really good.
That I
Yeah.
it was one of the first Wii U games I owned. I got up to World 3, I believe, and for some reason I just stopped. I like the New Super Mario Bros. Series, so I don't know why I stopped.
What about Luigi U?
Unfortunately,
God damn it.
Me or Scrappy.
Either.
I don't like it as much as Mario U, but I like the challenge, and I think it's basically a good version of Lost Levels. There we go.
I think that's worthy. It made Nabbit playable, so I think that's worthy of praise.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Nabbit was playable in a Mario game before Rosalina or Daisy. That's
Platformer, anyways.
Yeah.
that's actually kind of interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, New Super Mario Bros. U, at least with I think a 2D Mario that got most of Nintendo's attention in 2012. Certainly the prettiest one of the four. Especially that Van Gogh, those Van Gogh painting level.
Yeah. Wait.
Level design has certainly been made more creative than the previous, like most of the other 2D Marios. Honestly, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
What do you think about the flying squirrel?
I think
I like it.
I actually I like that quite a bit because it's a nice compromise for like flying suits because like it's not like super broken like the cape but you know it's still useful and I think it's a nice
Has the fairest parts of each of the flying things, probably.
yeah.
I like that you can become Spider-Man with it.
Oh yeah, you can hang on the walls. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I like the fact that the first level kind of shows you, like it shows but doesn't tell you about it, like where you have the flying skull enemies at some point they grab onto like the wall and then that gives you the idea, oh, can I do that? And yeah, you can.
Yeah, because they kick off the wall and all that to try to get at you.
Yeah, and the way the level is designed is like that's always gonna happen at some point. So you'll have to try not to see that.
Nintendo's always been pretty good with trying
What's
to
that? I can't see this power-up sign tells us how to cut a lance of fire. Whoever it was, freaking soy pones in his Kirby Star Allies video.
Let's not talk about that, please.
Nintendo's always been pretty good with subtly explaining gameplay mechanics in the Mario games.
Yeah.
World 1 and Mario 1 is pretty much tells you how to defeat the Goomba.
Yeah. I do. I like it when games are more show don't tell when it comes to you learning the game. Like sometimes it's unavoidable. Like with RPGs especially, like you kind of need to explain some things through text. But I don't know. With a platformer, I like to learn most things by myself. And I think Mario does it pretty well.
Mario's
Break.
pretty good with that.
There we go.
But yeah,
Is a
yeah.
decent cap off of the new sub series, which I think is retired at this point. Mario Maker
Yeah,
and Super Mario Run aside.
yeah.
They're basically using its assets.
After Mario Maker, I think they I think they're gonna have to just make something like, or like make a different 2D series, or like go back to
Wait for
go back to
wait
the
10
drawing
years
board.
so we can get new Super Mario Brothers.
I really hope they like
And Knuckles.
they do something else, because it's not new anymore. I will say this. I will say this though, like, I think one of the reasons why people would consider the new series, like, it feels like it repeats itself, not only just because it repeats the same themes, they have a lot of the same like, kind of designs, like, okay, so you know how Mario games usually go by a philosophy where you start a level, it introduces a gimmick, and then it gradually like makes it harder over time, and then puts like little twists onto it. In the new series, some of those like some obstacles or whatever carry over from each game, and some of the levels feel a bit samey because of that. So like you have
They put out too much, so it feels like it's copy paste.
in a sense, like I'm trying to think of an example. You know how a castle level has those spike pillar things?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You mean-
that's
yeah, the ones from World that like
like they come in and like you have to avoid them or whatever.
they're retracting and
Yeah, that. And like when they basically the point is like they introduce a gimmick, and they have to gradually make it more difficult throughout the level. But the problem with the fact that with the new series, like some of the new series having the same obstacles sometimes they have to reintroduce a gimmick again. So like you can have two levels from two of the new series, like play them back to back, and they look really similar because of that, because they're introducing the same idea, just a little bit different. And I think if they I don't know, if they just had more unique obstacles and stuff for each game, it wouldn't be as obvious.
I guess it's like saying like it feels like like what am I trying to say? It's like they have to treat each game like it's your first Mario game or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So,
right. I think
and as such, the gimmicks feel too similarly because it's for new players though, like for old players rather, it's like okay, we know this already kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I guess
Which isn't the game's fault per se.
No, not necessarily. I mean, I think.
Mini Talus is going. Woo.
No, I think in general, like I don't usually have an issue with it, but I think that the games would be more fun to replay if each game just had more like original design elements, I guess. I mean, different themes would help.
Would you say it uses too much nostalgia or?
That's not really the right thing. It's because they use a lot of things that aren't in the old 2D Mario games, but it's just the issue of a lot of things carry over from like I say, like New Super Mario Bros. Wii to like New Super Mario Bros. 2, for instance.
Also, it's raining, so good luck climbing.
Yeah, but that's all I had to say about that. I really like Mario U though. I think they have a lot of interesting level design in that, and I think it's the best difficulty wise. It's a nice challenge, and it's gradual, and I like the fact that it's it's like in a big open world like Mario World again, and It feels good. Again, just like that, it feels good to open more of the world and finding the secrets.
Mhm.
I also like the fact that Luigi U, I think after you beat the game, you can hit this Mario block that gives you Mario U physics, which
And
is...
does it work? It does not work.
No, it does not work at all because it's not designed around that. Like, my brother just touches it just to troll me, and then we never get anywhere. I don't know. You guys have anything to say about Mario
Why,
U?
why is that a thing?
I have no idea. Hi, Korok.
Yeah,
Of course, because High Mountain Spire.
about the
Yeah.
about the level gimmicks.
Yeah, would you go? Yeah, you guys have anything to say about Mario U and Luigi U by extension?
I'm gonna say, I think the developers. I think the developers just focused the majority of their new stuff on like gameplay, like direct gameplay mechanics rather than obstacles.
Right. I guess
The
that's fair.
return. Second, Wii was co-op, and the mechanics you could do there, like picking up your second player to toss them into lava.
Hmm.
Third one is basically the coin mechanic, and people have, I mean, you can make the argument that they didn't go far enough with that. And fourth is gamepad integration. If you want to get, if someone had to be the fifth player, I used that twice maybe.
What is this? Oh,
I have no idea what this
system.
is. So.
I present you with.
I'm
Oh,
so
sorry, I'm
serious.
trying to figure this out too. When the four spirits have been so. Hmm.
Oh crap.
Oh, you probably had to like direct things that were gonna get struck by lightning.
Yeah. Hmm.
Bro, your sword.
Yeah, I know stuff.
That's
Ah!
scary.
Overall, the sub-series I think is better than people give it credit for. Just
Yeah, I enjoyed the new series enough.
what's the word? Like I've been overusing this phrase, but it did its purpose.
Yeah. I don't think we need another one, but I do really like Mario U. The other ones are fine, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I enjoy them, but I don't think they're anything special with the exception of U.
You don't seem to think the NES games are that special either, so...
Yeah, I'm more of a fan of 3D Mario, I'll be honest. But I do enjoy the 2D games for what they are, and I don't know.
Are you just not gonna do the trial?
I'll do that later on my own time because I can't focus on that at the same time.
Fair enough. So boys, you're stuck in here until you can get out of the. Oh, never mind. Alright, you can do this.
I can. I'll put a reminder on the map.
Are we moving on to the 3D game? Or...
Yeah. Yeah.
3D.
Yep. I'm done with the 2D stuff. Yeah. 64. 64 was probably. It might not have been the first, but it's one of the first games I played, and I don't know. I love 64. Like, I don't know. Like, I love.
It's clearly aged.
It's clearly aged, and you know.
They've always been ugly in 3D.
Yeah, it's not perfect.
Bowser, what?
Yeah.
What happened to you?
Yeah, I will give Bowser credit. I'll give Bowser credit in 64 though, because that 64 he actually has a lot of presence, and I was actually kind of scared by him as a kid.
How big he is?
Not only just that, but like his laugh and just like it always feels like he has a looming presence over you as you play the game.
What does that do?
Sorry, he basically broke it.
Kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Broke into Peach's castle and hexed it. Like that's actually kind of badass.
Yeah.
He castle kidnapped her, basically charmed her castle to make the paintings in the portals. That's actually pretty clever of him.
Yeah. Whoa.
Although I
Gaming
think although
memories.
Toad told him, so
Yeah. No people are
Gaming
toads.
The earliest gaming memories I have is of watching a relative play the game, running towards Peach's cat portrait, and then the torch turning into Bowser. Like, that is a troll.
and then the floor falling through.
Yeah.
Alright, at that point I knew Mario games had a sense of humor.
Yeah. That is pretty funny.
I think I know which one's here.
The actual personal gameplay through Mario 64 comes from the DS remake. Which I was a fan to death.
We'll get to the 60 we'll get to 64 DS after Sunshine, I think, but yeah, as for 64, it has its issues. Like it does have pretty slippery controls, and like the last few levels aren't really designed with the open, like the collectathon kind of style in mind. Like they're way too linear focused, and but besides that, I like most of the levels in the game. Most of them are like these open worlds, and I like how quick it is to get stars. Like it has this very free flowing kind of design mentality, and there's a reason why it's so fun to just it's so fun to watch people speedrun it, because it probably has the best sense of flow out of the 3D games, and I don't know, it's very easy to just pick up and play for me.
I like that Mario can actually punch enemies in the game.
Yeah.
You really use.
Yeah. Usually just
I mean, more than the breakdance kick.
You usually use the punch to break blocks or something.
Yeah. Yeah, more than the breakdance kick.
Yeah. They use it more than Sonic's kick in Unleashed, so I'll give it that. Because Mario makes a bit more sense. With Sonic, you have to like stop to like a standstill, and like, why would you want to do that?
I just imagine literally just like doing like a yeah kick.
Yeah. Don't know.
Hey, I want to beat this guy with fire.
The actual worst thing about 64 is that Luigi's not there, so I can't actually give it a good score. Sorry.
Dang. That guy who got like, oh man, that guy wrecked me.
Yeah, I saw
Could
that.
have been an absolute for a game. It could have been a franchise killer right out the gate because it was transitioning to 3D. 64 did its job.
Yeah, I think they transitioned Mario into 3D really well, and yeah, I like Sits quite a bit. I like Mario. It's fun, and
That's a nice shot to roll back onto.
yeah, I like they expanded on Mario's moveset. Like there's like a million different jumps. I love doing the long jump and the dive especially.
We're all just convinced that Yoshi was
and dive and all that.
Huh?
Double
Yoshi
jump
was
dive.
right.
Yeah. What are you saying, Scrappy?
It's canon that Yoshi was just stranded on the roof at the end, right?
I guess.
Was he really just watching Mario the whole time? Why didn't he help?
Well, it depends whether you consider 64 DS the canon game.
The canon of 64 by itself.
It doesn't really matter too much either way, but
Yoshi's not there. Yoshi's just hanging out on the roof, probably smoking weed.
I don't know why.
Mario's not there.
Yeah, I don't know why Peach would invite Wario of all people.
No. The plot of 64 DS, Mario only gets invited for cake. Luigi and Wario just tag along.
Okay.
But yeah, she invited Mario, but not Luigi.
I do appreciate like the variety with these the characters and all that.
Yeah.
Even if you don't use Wario that much.
Yeah. I do like. I really do like the music in 64 as well. There's not a lot of it, but what's there I do like.
Yay. Cooper Road, of course, being one of the and the credits.
Cooper Road, the credits, like the
Bob
main
Battlefield,
Bowen Battlefield,
Yeah.
Die Docks.
Yellow especially.
I can. The snow level theme is okay, and
Eh.
Levels are in Mario
It feels
64, yeah.
feels very generic.
yeah, Big Boo's Haunt, like that's actually kind of creepy.
Ghosts don't die.
And the boos in that game just look really weird.
I saw you editing the picture. It's just like, hey, look. I wonder if it's a puzzle right here involving a Korok.
Probably. Yeah.
This is really making me want to play Breath of the Wild again.
Yeah. Oh no, there's just ice enemies.
The stun, the not stun, Ice Talus
Yeah.
stuff.
In general, enemies, the classic enemies in Mario 64 just look weird.
Yeah. I mean, it's
It
in a thing with
Yeah, most of the enemies in 64 are not that much of a threat.
Not really, no.
The only ones that really stick
Those.
out for the wrong reasons are, maybe, is the boss bass because
Nope. Nope. Tiny.
What was the other one?
The ill.
Klepto's annoying.
Unagi the ill or whatever.
Oh, Dory. We introduced Dory in that game. She's cute. He. I actually don't know.
I don't know what the.
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, there's multiple Dories if Odyssey is anything to go by.
It's a race.
Yeah.
Probably a race.
Yeah. I like how they also went by the 64DS version of Dory in the
Goggles?
in subsequent games.
Redesign is good.
With
Yeah,
the goggles?
Yeah, the redesign is better because like Dory in 64 is a little bit weird.
Uncanny Valley.
Too dinosaur-y.
Yeah, I think. Well, thing with the Nintendo 64 in general is that like, I think because of the consoles, the way the console is designed, it makes a lot of models really uncanny valley kind of thing, with like the ill, like stuff like the ill, and all that. Whereas like when you get I think it's the same ill in Mario Kart 8, because of. You can actually see what it's supposed to be. It's nowhere near as creepy.
Limitations kind of messed up. That's why Bowser looked really creepy back then.
Yeah.
Because like when you play DS and it's his traditional model.
Yeah.
Like it's very clearly something different there.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I think 64 is a really fun game, and
Yeah,
it has its
it also did
issues,
make the
but
transition really well.
it made the transition really well, similar to like Ocarina of Time with Zelda and all that. Other games, I would argue, yeah, I would argue most of the games preceding 64 are better. With maybe some with the exception of maybe the 3D series, but now we'll get to that. But yeah, I know I like it. I pretty much said all I needed to. Unless you guys have anything else.
Super Mario 64 2 for the Nintendo 64 disc drive. It is, I think it's an ambitious game. Up with Luigi. Waiting for it to be released.
Do you mention that Luigi?
You'll get
thing?
that. You'll get that after we get over free.
I can have it.
There was gonna be a 64 2. There was actually there was gonna be a 64 2 on the disc drive, I think, but that didn't happen because the disc drive was a failure.
Ow.
Yeah, the disc drive was a failure, and I think it was just too late at that point, so they just went to the GameCube. I don't think it was gonna be I don't think it was gonna be called 64 2, but that's what people call it because it doesn't have an official name.
The gap between Mario games. That sounds horrifying.
Huh?
between Mario 64 and Sunshine. That sounds horrifying.
So I guess actually, speaking of, we're going on to Sunshine now.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I can just quickly mention I think Luigi was originally going to be in 64 as like a co-op thing, but I think they just couldn't make it work right.
I remember like there was like a secret. Everybody's trying to find like some kind of secret or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that. That was like a massive.
Like it was something with the fountain in the garden where the booze are or something like that.
Yeah, and everyone thought it said like L is real or something.
Oh, there were L's,
I
and
never
they
saw
were
that.
real, but no, they weren't. They weren't the L's you were thinking of.
What?
Yeah, but I like how like they tried numerous times to get multiplayer working on the Mario games, and didn't like properly happen until Mario Wii, because Mario DS had that like Mario and Luigi versus mode, but not on like the main co-op game.
Like working together.
Yeah. But yeah, Sunshine.
Okay, then.
This is a very weird game.
It's like it's like one of the more like off and on kind of games. It's not
Sunshine.
bad. It's hardly a bad game.
Nah. In some ways, I think it's better than 64.
I will say it also has some of the best control.
Yeah.
Not the camera though.
Whoa,
we're
what's
not
going on
talking
down here?
about the camera.
Oh, with one of those. It's a. Was that a Lionel?
I think, maybe.
If it is, you better run.
No, it's just a bokoblin on a horse, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually really do like Sunshine. It has issues, I guess, but I after like replaying it for C's recently, I actually enjoy the game a lot more than I used to, and I don't think the blue coins are as bad anymore. They're still they can be an issue for people, and I get that, but
Just use the fire arrows if you can on those little insta kill them.
I can't be bothered.
Padding.
I like I like Sunshine's controls.
Water looks nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. GameCube games look really good. It's like just a thing.
Overall, it's actually.
Yeah. It's it wasn't a launch title. It was like a year after the GameCube's launch, I think.
In a year, I think, like August 2002.
It was a year or two.
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion was a launch game, but Sunshine was like a bit after that.
Right.
That was surprising, wasn't it?
Yeah. I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I like the Sunshine makes you go to a different like something unique. Oh, Delfino, where it's just place.
Oh yeah, actually that reminds me. One thing I really like about Sunshine, the sense of scale.
Yeah, like they do it
like from Yonkers Hills, you can see Rico Harbor.
Yeah, they do a similar thing in Double Dash as well, where you can see a lot of other courses within a course.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Really makes the world like feel like
it feels it makes the world
it's not like everything's separate off like that.
Yeah, it makes the world feel more real. And if they ever make a Odyssey DLC for Isle Delfino, they could easily just make you just swim to another part of the island.
Sunshine has a very
interesting though, Odyssey like thing like that.
Yeah.
Oh, watch out for Thunder Keys. They're deadly.
Yeah.
Very interesting locales, and the fact that it's on an island is at least unique, although it kind of limits some of the level variety you could possibly have.
A little bit.
There is variety in the levels, but the problem is it's sticking too much to the tropical theme.
Yeah.
Gotchas are freaking stupid, but
Mario games say what you even technically in the sense of like even if it has the generic like grassland, desert land tropes and all that kind of stuff. It's technically visually different each time.
Yeah, I guess, but I think they.
Everything has like the tropical, like the heat effect and all that.
Well, I think the thing with Sunshine is that it does.
Ooh, nice.
It does. I guess it does suffer from like being like having the tropical setting motif and all that. But I think every level stands out enough on their own. Like I can remember Noki Bay. I can remember Gelato Beach and Pinner
all
Park.
of them have all of them have their own things that make them stand out.
Yeah. So I don't necessarily think like I think Sunshine does theming really well for what it is. Like it could be better if like the Galaxy games like they don't have to worry about needing to follow one motif throughout the whole thing. But
Space.
yeah, it's space, you can just do whatever the hell you want. But yeah, I don't know. I think I like the worlds in Sunshine. Overall, they're more memorable to me than the ones in 64, and I can remember stuff in them more.
Finish with the count out which ones have less rocks.
Yeah. But what
I
is
think
it?
I see it.
Yeah, no, I just solved it.
Is that right?
Yes, yeah. I was trying to look for ones that had less rocks and all that. Was it?
Oh.
I don't know.
That is cool. I would actually like to see.
Oh, Flood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Flood.
Again, we need to make this clear. Stupid.
Oh.
Like Adventure 2 levels of stupid. How do you?
Yeah,
That'd be a
Also,
mistake, Mario.
I just remember that like Sunshine's also the one that established voice acting.
yeah. And they did do it.
As bad as it is.
Well, unless you count Hotel Mario.
Say,
No,
I just realized
you said
Mario.
you said it yourself. We don't talk about that.
Uh,
Even though I said brought it up earlier, but whatever.
the cat's out of the bag.
Now, we're not in 3D World. We're not at 3D World yet.
No.
Say, Mario got voice acting before Zelda did. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of funny actually.
Trying again.
Nintendo doesn't really get the voice acting right. I don't really think it got that well until like
Like,
what was the one? Well, maybe I was gonna say I was gonna say Kid Icarus, but I remember Metroid Prime 3 had pretty good voice acting.
I didn't even know that had voice acting. Other nope.
Beth didn't speak, but everyone else did.
Yeah. I mean, some of the characters in Other M sound fine. But Samus herself is just like...
Is that a Wizro?
Yeah. Like, it's like, can you please emote? It's worse than Aqua.
Anyways.
Oh,
So, that's a transition.
everybody has
Kids.
ragdoll physics.
What were we saying?
We were on Sunshine voice acting,
I mean, it's...
but that also does remind me of the fact that it brought in Bowser Jr.
Yeah, it's the first game that had
I
Junior
like
in it.
him.
And, I don't know, I think Bowser Jr. is alright. Like, I really like some of his boss fights in later games.
Oh,
I also, like, some of the bosses are pretty difficult as well in Sunshine. Like, the Manta Ray thing, that took me a while to beat
Yeah.
on my first run.
yeah, it did.
Indeed. I will say...
Scared of me eventually when I got red.
I will say, Sunshine is definitely one of the harder Mario games, but I think it's a little bit overblown how difficult it actually is. And I guess part of it might...
100% more than anything.
Hmm?
probably talking about it more in terms of 100%.
Well, even then,
That's a fun
I
thing you can do.
I honestly don't think it's
Uh,
as bad as people make it out to be. There are things I won't defend, like the pachinko machine sucks regardless of what you do. And getting
from
I'm a chuckster.
that one's not that bad if you just take time to just line up the throw. Because if you just rush that, you're just gonna die. But like, there's a few.
It's really shouldn't be a gimmick, I think.
Yeah, there are a few annoying stages in Sunshine, but I don't think they're as bad as people make it out to be. And
The Goopy Inferno.
I think that's a cool level. Like,
It's a cool level, but just that like, it does look interesting how it takes flow away from Rift from the start, and it's like, holy shit.
yeah. So I'm not here to say Sunshine is an easy game by any means, because it does have a lot of difficult stages and stuff to do in it, and some of the blue coins.
Blooper surfing. Meh. Blooper surfing.
I like that. That's fun.
Sorry, you were saying the blue coin thing was like very.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll be honest. I never go for 100% still, but
thing with the blue coins is like, I really didn't care for them for a while, but I don't know, after like playing the game again and again, once you know generally where most of them are, it's not too bad, and there's an issue there, I guess, where you do have to have some experience to be able to have fun in that regard, but I think most of them are pretty obvious. There are quite a few that are like, how would you know that? But
like didn't one time like I think was it Exo's review that where he said like apparently a lot of people he knows like does the blue coins last.
yeah, and that's an issue. Like SGB they did the blue coins before Bowser. And I don't think that's a good way to play the game, because it just makes the blue coins feel like padding. Whereas like, if you do them alongside the main quest, then it's not as bad.
Yeah. I don't see why you would just completely ignore them until they, because they're extra shrine sprites as well.
Yeah.
And granted, they're not required shrine sprites, but
Yeah. I missed it, God of War.
What? Watch out. There's fire. Ow.
You better watch out. I don't know.
That really hurt. You can get the Hylian shield early. We're not. That's.
I'm just kind of wandering
Well-
around. I'm probably not gonna actually do much in terms of progression.
Careful. I think they still be chasing you.
I don't hear anything. I don't know. I like Sunshine. It has issues, and there are some parts of the game I won't defend, but I think it's thrown under the bus a bit too much.
Although the 100% reward does suck.
Yeah, but at the same
That's
time,
kind of par for the course for
yeah, that's what I was gonna
course for
say.
3D Mario.
Not even just for 3D Mario. The thing with collectathons is that there's almost like no reward for 100%ing them. So I don't really. I
When
think
you get something, it doesn't feel like much.
yeah, but I think
Like,
the
54. Sorry.
yeah, go on.
I was gonna say, even with 54, when you get those mushrooms from in the one from Yoshi and the invincible triple jump, you're already done. So what's to do with it?
That's more it's more or less as bad as getting like a picture or whatever. But yeah, I think the issue people have with that is just the fact that because they find blue coins and some of the extra missions tedious to do, the lack of a reward is more noticeable.
Yoshi juice for everyone.
Goodness. But yeah, I really don't mind the postcard too much, because I played Banjo-Kazooie, I played Banjo-Tooie, DK64, like Mario 64 and Sunshine, and really all of them don't really have great rewards for 100% completion.
Even Odyssey, really, when I saw that, after I saw the completionist video.
Yeah, Odyssey.
Colors.
Yeah, Odyssey isn't that great, but the whole point of collectathons is you want 100% them. You're doing that because you enjoy doing it. If there's like more like something else after that, then there's more to do for you.
Not 100%.
Yeah, and then you have to do even more stuff, and I don't know. I think I guess it would have been nice to have something for completing Sunshine, but I don't complain about that kind of thing, because if I want to complete a collectathon, it's because I enjoy playing it, not because I have to.
Right. Like, it's not complete if you don't do it.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm playing a 3D Zelda game or a 3D Mario game, it feels wrong for me to finish it without getting everything. With the exception of Breath of the Wild, for obvious reasons. Because I just kind of do whatever in this game. I highly doubt I'll ever complete everything. But,
The only thing I really want to get... Oh, the only thing I'd want to get 100% on this game is just the shrines.
yeah, the shrines, and I guess getting enough courts to get all my equipment upgraded the most, or like have the maximum amount of slots. Besides that, though, yeah.
Who needs the golden turd?
Yeah, I'm not bothering with that.
What was it, 900?
Yeah, it's 900. Yeah.
I hope that Guardian's deactivated. Oh yeah, the Master Sword would have gone off by now, I think.
Yeah. Also, this is like the last thing I have to say about Sunshine, but one thing I do like about the blue coins is that it gives me like a nice sense of I don't know, like it feels really good to just quickly grab the blue coins and going on, because they're usually pretty easy to find for the most part, I'll stress, and if you just press continue and don't press save and continue, it goes by a lot faster, and it has the blue coins have a similar feeling to getting a Power Moon in Odyssey. Like, I don't know. It just feels good.
Do you like the little jingle you get when you get a blue coin?
There's a sound effect when you grab it, but it's not as...
Oh god, electric shoe, watch out.
Yeah. Yeah. It just feels good to grab them. And a lot tasks you might have to do to get a Power Moon are pretty similar to things you'd have to do to get a blue coin sometimes. So I don't know.
I would like a port or remake of Sunshine. Fair. Play it play it on older and give it a fair assessment.
Yeah, I think it's a game worth replaying, because again, it's something I've grown to appreciate over the years. I think 64 is overall the better game, but again, I think there's some things that Sunshine does do better. Like, the world's more diverse, and I like that it has more of a sense of character with things going on in the levels, and there's more of a story going on in them, and every world goes by a more of a collectathon kind of style, as opposed to 64 doing that for most levels. And then for like the end of the game, they have linear styled levels, which doesn't really work, especially since you get sent out of levels when you get a star. But yeah.
Oh, thank God. Those Alphos is gone.
No.
I hate, anything lightning elemental in this game is deadly.
I don't even know where I'm going, to be honest. Let's see here.
They're following the Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, you guys down with
64 DS.
Sunshine? Yeah, 64 DS.
Liked it. Moving on.
Good port, but good, or at least good idea in a sense.
I think
But 3D game with a D-pad.
64 DS is just confusing to me because it feels like it feels to me like they missed the whole point of what made 64 special, and just made the game just to say, hey, we can make this game for the DS and it works. Like, that's fine.
It is impressive for DS standards, I'll give it that.
Yeah, it looks great, and you know, there's nothing wrong.
Anymore.
I don't mind.
Yeah, the models are significantly better.
Yeah, and it does look nice. I'll give it that. But the point of 64 was in the first place was to show like what you can do with an analog controller, and that's why you have so many different jumps for Mario depending on like how you move. And it just doesn't, that kind of stuff just doesn't translate well to like a D-pad controller. And
Or that weird ass touch control thing that nobody uses.
yeah, and it's commendable for them to have it run on a DS and, like, as far as I understand, be pretty smooth. But again, it just misses
I never really found it slow down.
Yeah, but again, it just misses the whole point of 64 in the first place. And you can say, like, you can just use Luigi's, like, cyclone jump or whatever, but that's I don't think that's good game design when I need to use that to have a comfortable time with the platforming. Like, that's just, I don't know, that just doesn't seem like good game design to me. I won't say 64 DS is bad. It looks fine enough for what it is, and I think they did basically as good as they could for the DS, but they really, I don't think they really should have made that for the DS. Like, I don't know. I'm
maybe
not.
Maybe in the sense it's showing off what the DS can do itself.
Yeah.
That's basically why. That's probably why it exists.
Yeah.
It does a lot of things right. I like the expansion of the characters, and they somehow added 30 more stars. I don't even know how they did that, but
Yeah.
I did 100% as well.
And the mini games they had, those were fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say I will say this. My experience with 64 DS is very limited, and I do want to give it a full playthrough at some point. But and I think
Isn't it on the
it's on
is
it's on the
64DS on the Wii U eShop?
yeah, it's on the Wii U. Yeah. Yeah,
I like how, by the way,
yeah.
going into that for a second, I like how the 3DS eShop does not have DS games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which means like the console should.
That's funny.
That was good to the Wii U.
Also, do we discuss Galaxy?
Can we also have a Switch virtual console on it, please?
Mother 3 first.
Well, I mean, Mother 3 is a GBA game, so they'd have to at least have GBA support at that point.
No, first we need to port the GBA game to the Wii.
No.
I know what I said.
Yeah. Okay, but
What? All right, on to those games now.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what I should have said? After they port Mother 3 to the Virtual Boy.
Oh no. I have one other thing to say about 64DS and by extension New Super Mario Bros. DS as well. I love the mini games in those two games. They're a really fun distraction.
I like that one endless like card game against Luigi where it's like the matching up the pairs on this big row.
Yeah. Mario Bros. DS like carries over a lot of mini games from 64, I think, as well. Which when you when you can like look at some of the mini games, it is pretty obvious. Like the one where you're rolling the snowman head or whatever and stuff like that. That's obviously from 64.
I'm gonna. Sorry, I'm thinking about the game for the while as we're talking.
I'm barely even thinking about the game.
You're just moving around and exploring. We're on photo op.
Yep. Was it? Yeah,
Galaxy.
Mario Galaxy. I'm tired.
Woo!
these next two games are amazing. Like, what can I say? What can I
Is it best
say?
to treat them as one entry on our talk?
They're different enough.
No, yeah,
Separated
I
New Super Mario Bros. We can.
They're more they're more different than a new Super Mario Bros. Game to another new Super Mario Bros. Game.
Fair enough.
Agree, considering they're basically using the same engine.
Yeah, Galaxy uses the same engine, like Galaxy and Galaxy 2, I mean, but the you know the worlds are so different that they are, you know, might as well be treated separately.
I think it started off as originally like a DLC or whatever.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that when we get to 2, but yeah,
Galaxy 1, what a game!
what a
I
game!
haven't played it in a decade, but
I haven't played it. The last time I played it, I think was like 5 to 6 years ago, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. But
okay. I hate purple coin missions.
Mario game with a good story.
For Rosalina's backstory, but yeah, purple coins still suck.
some of them do. I like the purple coins that are more of a you go around this one specific area, or whatever, rather than the open purple coin missions that are basically a substitute for like 100 coin stars, and it just doesn't work right. Like, because there's exactly 100 purple coins usually.
Yeah, I hate one of those.
Yeah, it's just kind of tedious. It's not bad. It's inoffensive at worst, but yeah, they're not my favorite.
Yeah. Pranks or comments. Pranks or comments in Galaxy 1 are not block you progress.
Wait,
There were
No, like-
comments in Galaxy 1.
Things work better. What else was I gonna say? I like their I'm complaining because I'm an asshole, but I like the
Actually,
refinements
maybe
made.
say it now. Galaxy 1 or 2 do you like more?
Galaxy 2.
That is like they're the same game, but Galaxy 2 is better to me.
I would argue not, but that's neither here nor there.
One has a better impact, I'll say that much.
Well, yeah, one leaves you with a better impact because it's a completely new kind of style, like because like Galaxy 2 is like it takes the same concept from the first game but just goes nuts with it with its level design, and that's like I enjoy it more as a video game.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah, I think 2 is the better game, like level design and all that.
Yeah, and that's why
Galaxy 1 feels
Challenge.
hard.
It's also quite a bit harder.
Yeah, I would honestly say like I have more consistent like challenge with Galaxy 2 than I do with Sunshine, honestly.
Everyone always was saying Galaxy 2 is harder, but I'm one of those people who thinks Galaxy 1's harder.
I
don't see it honestly.
there are some stars, I guess, but like mainly at the end of the game, but I don't know, like Galaxy 1 is pretty easy overall.
Yeah.
Like the only one that's really super difficult for me off the top of my head is the Daredevil run in Melty Molten Galaxy, I think. Like that's rough. But besides that, yeah. It's not like brain dead easy, mind you, but I don't think it's like it's no loss.
Yeah, I know it's not. 3D Land is brain dead easy.
Yeah. So like yeah, you still have to think of what you're doing, but Especially if you played a Mario game before, you're not really gonna have much of an issue.
Right.
Again, there's only like a few stars I can think of that are a challenge, like a
Dead
really
Overrun, like you said.
Dead Overrun, and some of the purple coin, the one purple coin challenge in the Ghost Galaxy. That one's kind of tricky.
All stars are not my friend.
Yeah. Galaxy.
No,
2,
I don't hate this game. I promise, I don't hate this game.
Wait, can you elaborate? What?
But no, I do like the game.
Mhm. Well, I will.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we're just saying we're just kind of giving our thoughts on which one we like more, not really necessarily. It's like how I feel about Ocarina of Time. Honestly, it's like it is my Ocarina of Time. Well, sort of. Ocarina of Time is my least favorite 3D Zelda, but I would never call it a bad game.
Yeah, that's the thing with 3D Mario and 3D Zelda game. With the exception of 3D Land, I love all of those games. Like Twilight Princess is my least favorite, but after like replaying it, I do have a newfound appreciation for it, and it's still my least favorite, but I still do love it. And you know, I can play any of the 3D Zelda games or the 3D Mario games, and like they're some of my favorite games ever.
My brother really likes the look of Twilight Princess. If I'm gonna get into that.
Yeah, we might maybe I've been toying with the idea of doing a Zelda retrospective as well at some point, but
Well, it was never good.
that we can talk about that later.
Will be good.
What was that up there?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I think
Galaxy 2.
no, I don't think we've said enough about Galaxy. I will say this. I think I think the worst part of Galaxy are the comets, because most of them are just play the level again
Do
with
it
this.
again.
Yeah, play the level again with this minor change that barely even matters. Like the time trials don't even feel like speedruns. They give you way too much time, and there's like nothing changed in the level design, and
Yeah, whereas like Galaxy 2's like the timer ones anyways are like at least it's like the timer is small, you gotta pick up like just the things along the way really quickly.
yeah, and when it is like a big time, they change the level design a little bit to make it a little bit more difficult, and it gives you a lot less time than a Galaxy 1 Speedy Comet, and it actually feels kind of like a speed run. Yeah, besides that though, I think Galaxy has a really good set of levels. I'd say a generally comfortable difficulty curve, and the bosses are pretty fun. I love the Bowser Jr. fights especially, and
The robot.
yeah. It doesn't. The controls aren't as free flowing as 64 and Sunshine, but I think they did that because the Galaxy games are more focused on platforming, platforming than those two games were. And since you don't have something like Flood to help you, like they gave you the spin jump and they made the jumps in general a lot floatier to compensate. And I think it works.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense also for it to be floated with the space gimmick.
Yeah. This doesn't really have much to do with as for the Mario, but they were trying to go for that for Rosalina and Luma in Smash 4. Like, they yeah, the way she plays is very floaty like Galaxy, but I don't think that translates as well to a fighting game.
Lena Harry?
Hmm?
You cut out for the moment before you said Rosalina.
Are you pissing on Are you pissing on Rosalina, Harry?
No, I like Rosalina, but I was just saying, in Smash 4, like Rosalina and... Huh?
It's like I was gonna say smash nitpick.
Yeah, I was gonna say in Smash 4, they try using the floaty gimmick with Rosalina, and I don't think it translates as well to a fighting game as it does a platformer. Yes. No, no, people like playing as her, so it's fine. I don't know. I don't hate Rosalina in that game, but I don't really enjoy playing as her that much.
She was annoying in the early days of Smash.
Yeah. But yeah,
A different kettle of corn, I guess.
yeah. That's something else. Yeah.
I do like the introduction of Rose. I do like Rosalina overall, though.
Yeah. She has an interesting backstory, and yeah.
But wait, Galaxy 2 says that didn't happen.
Galaxy 2 is weird. It's weird because what is it? The way the Galaxy ends is like it just kind of resets the universe or whatever. So like the events of Galaxy itself didn't happen. But I don't know.
I think it's a little
Well,
too-
I doubt that because it's like Mario is like clearly like I get because like why is Bowser there like that?
Well, I don't know. It's weird. Like
I mean, it's like you can imply Sonic doesn't remember what happens in '06. Just if I'm gonna just use that as an example.
I think I think Sonic's the most likely to remember.
'Cause he was with Elise.
Yeah, and just because of that smile at the end. So why would he go back to Surliana if like Eggman's not gonna do anything?
Maybe he's just on a world tour. Who knows? You never know with Sonic.
That's true, but it's the main fact that he stops and just looks at the night sky. I don't know.
Regardless, yeah, but you get what I mean though. It's not like Mario forgot what happened.
Right.
It's not because like because the way Galaxy 2 starts, it's blatantly like now this is how Galaxy 1 started, but now we're doing it this way.
Hmm. Well, I think it's
like otherwise Mario's a really old guy who looks really young.
I think what happened is I don't think they necessarily forgot. I think it's more like things reset, but it still technically happened, so they remember it. But
Although they treated Illuma like, who is this?
yeah, it's weird. It's not fully explained.
Nintendo and storytelling.
Yeah.
Well, rather, Nintendo and their storytelling with Mario.
Yeah.
They got a decent idea with Zelda. At least they got something decent with Zelda, minus the kind of messy timeline.
Yeah, I guess, but at least they have a timeline now. And it makes sense for the most part.
Where it's like the only game in Mario's universe that has a real canon is Yoshi's Island.
Oh yeah, completely forgot about Yoshi's Island. Have any of you?
Yeah, it's hard to say that because it's because the Yoshi thing.
I put it on the list to consideration because it is subtitled as Super Mario World 2. So I guess it's fair enough.
Backtrack. We should probably backtrack to that.
Yeah, I've never played it, so this is your guys' time to shine.
I have.
Okay.
Yoshi's Island, haven't played it.
Okay, then Jason, quickly just summarize your thoughts.
It was quite a different game for like what I'm used to with Mario, because I'm glad it gave Yoshi his time to shine.
Yeah.
But like it actually does get, I think it does have a nice the early parts have good difficulty, but then it really kind of spikes.
Yeah.
There's like this never-ending cave level, I believe. It's like this auto scroller, it takes forever. Art style is nice though.
Yeah.
And I do recommend it.
Yeah.
Although I don't know why the Wii U has the GBA version.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard it's like some weird legal reasons where they could never get the Super Nintendo version on the VC, but I don't know. I think it's on the SNES Classic.
If you want me to take a quick look.
Yeah.
SNES Classic away.
I think thing of Yoshi games for me, Well, I've only played Woolly World, but just by going from that game alone, usually games just exhaust me. Like, they're good games, and I have fun. I've had fun playing Woolly World, but like after just a few levels, I just get exhausted because there's like so much to do in one level alone, and I don't know.
Let's see. Is on here? Yoshi's Island. Yeah, it's on there.
Okay. I don't. I don't think. I don't think I'm gonna get a SNES Classic, but that is cool.
I want one.
I have no room for any other consoles. Also, gotta love that dip in frame rate. It's like Adabat all over again.
Let's go to the thunder in the area.
Yeah, are we done with Galaxy?
Thing about
Yeah,
Galaxy
yeah.
1, I think you guys covered most of it. I'm of
Yeah.
two minds with the game. It's good. I just think Galaxy 2 did
Yeah. I think Galaxy 1 has the better overall presentation. Like, the cutscenes I think are much...
Music wise, I think is also like because like I love the soundtracks for both of them.
Galaxy 1 and 2 soundtracks for me, that's like... It's a similar way of me trying to pick a favorite out of Banjo-Kazooie and Tui. Like, I can't just decide over them.
Oh, you must
One-
choose
one-
one. Is the internet.
One has more of the orchestral bit to it, whereas two feels a lot more video gamey, I guess.
I guess. Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously points where otherwise around because I love the Bowser fight, the final Bowser music.
Yeah. Well, for both games.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one I like more, but the da 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 da.
The music is way too epic for how easy that fight is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we've really had a legitimately difficult Bowser fight until Odyssey, honestly.
Mario
Oh
World
no,
Bowser
Bowser
fight.
the boss fight in Odyssey. It's not like you
Oh,
can't.
I meant. And I'm gonna start describing the actual.
No,
fight.
I'm not actually describing it. I'm just, well, Bowser's gonna be
No.
the final boss. So I was just like making a general statement.
Say, I thought you were going to start
Well,
actually describing.
Look,
No.
you know what the funny thing? Oh, I'm sorry, but you know what the funny thing about that is?
What's that?
You can, by comparison, you can actually say it is spoiler alert if Eggman is the final boss in a Sonic game. Because you know the whole monster of the week situation.
That is true. Yeah. They kind of they slowly
out.
they slowly stopped doing that though, which is interesting.
I think Colors was the first one.
Yeah, I mean, Eggman uses like a monster kind of robot, but it's still Eggman.
But that's not the point. But that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like I think the
Of
last
course,
one.
What else is Eggman gonna do?
Yeah, I think the last thing was Doc Geyer, I guess.
Yeah, and at least I do kind of like Dark Gaia the story perspective.
Yeah, I like Doc Geyer. Anyways,
Anyway, back to
good,
Mario.
good. It can't be us without mentioning Sonic a few times.
No.
I don't know.
By the way, I guess I want to ask a quick question. Did you guys play Mario or Sonic first?
Mario. I played
Mario.
I didn't play Sonic until the GameCube era.
I didn't play. Yeah, actually, I think it was because we all dosed in the Sonic retrospective, but I don't remember if I played if it was the Sonic and Knuckles PC first or if it was Adventure 2.
For me, I don't remember which one it was.
Crap.
I don't know which one I played first, but it was either 3D Blast on PC or Heroes, I want to say. But yeah.
Some of the Thunder keys, huh?
But regardless, you want to move on to Galaxy 2?
Super Mario Galaxy 2.
I like how Charles Martinet doesn't even say 2. He just says Super Mario Galaxy Wahoo or whatever.
Super Mario Galaxy! Like when you start the game.
Yeah.
Whereas in 1, it's like, Super
I like what my friends said one time was like they should have went Super Mario Galaxy Watu.
Watu!
That would have sounded so weird.
Yeah, because he does woohoo in the Galaxy 1 thing, doesn't he?
I think I don't remember.
Watu!
It sounds like a weird way of sneezing.
Bless you!
Oh, this is.
What, Mom?
Uh,
Out there? Okay.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
There's that monk.
Yeah. You guys.
God damn it, I hate Lewis to bring that up.
So what'd you guys have to say about Galaxy 2?
I didn't get to play. Well, my first experience with Galaxy 2 was actually kind of interesting. I was the after school club I mentioned a couple times before. One time, my friend, like, because I never played Galaxy 2, and they asked me, or kind of, like, I made a bet with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I haven't seen anything about Galaxy 2 by that point.
I'm kind of jealous because I'll get to my story.
What happened? But what basically the bet was, I 100% Galaxy 2 before I had to return the game to him, which was about 3 days, I believe.
Oh wow, okay. I took my time with it.
I did it in 2 days.
I took my time with it because Galaxy 2 and Sonic Unleashed are both games that I like. I've never looked forward to games as much as those two, and I wanted to take my time with Galaxy 2.
But I never got to own Galaxy 2 myself until roughly a year ago, actually.
Oh man.
But anyways, by the way, if you're wondering what I want from the bet, it was just some ice cream.
Oh, ice cream is nice.
Yeah.
I haven't had ice cream in a while. Yeah.
Scrappy, go kitty.
What?
Scrappy, say kitty.
Scrappy, where are
It
you?
will amuse me.
Oh, Scrappy's deafened.
Oh. Wait a minute. Was he supposed to feed the cat now? Crap!
I made oops.
Oh.
I'm not supposed to feed the cat now.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to take that food back. You get no more. Because you bit a little bit into it, I'm like, no.
Oh, poor kitty. That's
On topic, have you ever seen that Seinfeld Mario video?
no.
I miss.
Guy who doesn't
Oh,
game
hi.
like animated.
Well, we were just kind of messing around for a minute, but I was just gonna say, like,
Here?
was about like the Seinfeld theme that I put it on yesterday. It's like that's totally what should play when Seasburn are like at doing the like antics or whatever. You just imagine that playing the like when like silly stuff happens in Seaspring Line. You just imagine in the background they're going like do 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 do. Yeah, you gonna say about Galaxy 2? Is that like everything or like you got?
No, I just remember like enjoying the game because like I feel like it's just more pure fun than 1 is. I'll admit.
Yeah. I think
Yoshi is great. I like that they expanded the role for the second player. Sorry, Harry.
No.
Although, yeah, that's another thing with the co-star mode thing was.
Yeah, it's a little bit better in Galaxy 2.
Yeah, at least you have a
Awesome for
presence.
you.
Luma,
Yep.
which is literally a second pointer who can interact.
There was actually a rumor, like something I saw in it might have been Nintendo Power, I can't remember, but one of my friends had a Nintendo magazine, and one of the things they said in it was like, there's like a rumor that Luigi would be like a co-op player or character in Galaxy 2, and it will be like a split screen co-op. That didn't happen, but that sounded like amazing. Like that would have been really cool.
For Galaxy's kind of like layout though, it sounds like it could potentially be messy.
I don't think it would have worked very well, but the idea of it sounds cool.
Ambitious, that's what it is.
Yeah. Because they did want to, again, they did want to have a Luigi co-op mode for 64, so it's not completely out of left field. But I don't know. You have anything else to say, or?
Galaxy 2 is just it's a fun game. I don't think it's as atmospheric as the first one, but the level design feels more, well, Mario-esque.
Yeah.
It's,
So I remember correctly.
I think Galaxy 2 is more creative, I guess, for lack of a better word. Like it knows the limits of the kind of gameplay style the Galaxy physics have and all that, and it makes the most of what it can do. I don't know. It's really, yeah. Galaxy 2 is one of my favorite Mario games. I don't know if it's my favorite overall, but it's easily in my top 3. Yeah, Galaxy is interesting for me because I didn't actually follow the first game that much. Like I remember I was looking forward to Lego Star Wars Complete Saga, and then I knew like nothing about Mario Galaxy, and then my brother bought it, and yeah, when I started playing, I just couldn't put it down, and when Galaxy 2 got announced at E3, I was like watching the web like a hawk just to see like all the little details that would get announced, all the trailers and stuff, and then I was like just searching the web like daily just for updates because I just wanted the game. Like I was like so hyped, like no one's business. And yeah, it's one of my favorite games. Like I've said it a few times in the past, but Galaxy 2 is one of my favorite games ever.
And 2.
Like it's up there for me for with games like Banjo-Tooie and Tropical Freeze and all that. Also, random memory.
Also, why am I joining the Thaumaturge Guild?
Yeah, I don't have that much to say about Galaxy 2 overall, but it just generally takes what Galaxy 1 has, does it a lot better. I think the levels are more enjoyable. It does the comics a lot better, and there's really, I can't think of a Galaxy I don't enjoy playing.
Yeah.
That's probably something, but I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Couldn't hear you.
What about? Oh yeah, actually, how do you also feel about the fact that Galaxy 2 started the whole the hardest like trial kind of thing?
I like that. I think it's a nice little reward for getting everything. Like it's like okay, you've done everything. Like you've done everything else in the game. Here's the hardest challenge you've had to do. Overcome it.
And my god, the perfect run.
Yeah.
That was one of the roughest experiences I've ever had with a platformer, let alone Mario.
Yeah.
Took me forever.
Yeah.
Forgot for that.
And then keep in mind, I had to do it for my bet.
Hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
remember how many times. I think I actually game overed.
It took me a while for my first try. Galaxy 2. I am doing Galaxy 2 for Seaspring, and I'm really looking forward to revisiting it. But yeah. That's pretty much all I have to say. I just think it's a really well designed game, and I don't know. It's one of those games where it's hard to find faults.
Mario.
What's another good example?
Tropical Freeze, I guess. It's like so good that the faults that are there are more or less nitpicks.
Yeah.
Nitpicks I have in Galaxy 2. A few missions I hate. That's really it.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you feel?
Are a bit gratuitous, but I don't really have to play the game at that point.
Yeah, I think that there are probably a couple stars I don't like, but
What about the green star?
I would have
I don't
to.
play those.
I would really have to sit back and think about every star in the game. I don't
Again, what?
I don't actually mind the green stars that much because well
I do and I don't.
it's weird. Like I don't mind the green stars that much because I like exploring, but I think it would have been better if the green stars worked more like they did in 3D World, where they're just like secondary collectibles inside the normal star missions, or something like that.
I also kind of have a problem with them being like the post game reward.
Yeah,
Well, technically.
yeah, because you can totally just get 120 normal stars and call that completion enough and stop there, I guess. But
Right. And we know. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
yeah. Yeah, I think it just would have been better if green stars were just an optional thing as you play the game normally instead of being like a post game thing. But as it is, I don't think it's too bad. Like it could have been a lot worse, but it definitely shouldn't have. It definitely shouldn't have been the way it is. It's a bit more interesting than having to replay the entire game again as Luigi, though, because that's kind of tedious. Because you don't have to do that, but if you want that 121st star, you're gonna have to do that. So I don't know. It's inoffensive at worst.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I have to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really don't have that much to say about this next game. 3D Land.
Don't. Of course you don't.
Eh,
I don't. I remember.
not bad, but
It's fine for a 3D Mario game, and I enjoyed my
too
time.
easy.
Yeah, it's way too easy, but I did have enough fun playing it, and like it's not. I don't think it's a bad game. Like I'd play this over New Mario 2, and it's also, I guess, a little bit more difficult than New Mario 2, but that's not saying a lot.
Have you played that game really?
Hmm?
Oh, wrangle with the Cosmic Marios again and tell me if it's easy.
3D World is a 3D Land
is ridiculously easy.
Yeah, 3D World is at least has a sense of challenge to it.
Yeah, but we're not on that yet.
Yeah, but I don't know. 3D Land is just okay, I think. Well, okay, no, not just okay. I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
Good first try.
Yeah, it's good for a 3DS 3D Mario game. I'm
I
not
think though, like
yeah.
100%ing is a little bloated.
Yes and no, because it's like
So, we need to get all the We need to get so many lives to get a start. To get a thing on our profile.
yeah, I barely count that.
It's like, why the game is short? Don't worry, Nintendo.
Yeah, it's fine to have a short Mario game. Jeez, it's like I don't know, like. It's like most 3D Mario games have weird post-content stuff. Like, Sunshine has blue coins. Galaxy has playing the game again with Luigi. Galaxy 2 has green stars. 3D Land has the fact that you have to play.
Luigi is different.
Huh?
At least Luigi in Galaxy, I don't remember if he's any different at all in what's it called?
In 3D Land, I think he is I think he's a bit different, but it's not as obvious. But
I do like Galaxy at least. Like they also change up enough to make it different, like the Cosmic Luigi.
yeah, the Cosmic Luigi actually like tries to use shortcuts. He's a lot smarter, and
He's
he's
much harder. Much harder than Cosmic Mario.
yeah, because he uses a lot of tricks that you would do, and does like shortcuts and stuff. But
So he can actually be a fight.
yeah, those are the comments that I do enjoy doing in Galaxy 1. Those are like one of the few that actually like changed the levels in a substantial enough way, and just having to like just race a clone is a fun challenge.
I have to try, thank God.
Yeah, it's a fun enough challenge in and of itself.
And I mean that actually, thank God, something a challenge.
Yeah. Man. The only things I remember from 3D Land is that one Zelda kind of level. It has that Zelda puzzle jingle thing. There's one where you climb up a tree, I think. That's about it. I don't remember much else.
And the cardboard cutout.
Oh yeah, that was a thing as well. That was funny. I remember.
I barely talked about 3D.
Yeah. You go.
I barely talked about 3D Land to begin with. It's fine. It's good. It's good. I do like it. It's
yeah.
They're all good, so I can't. It's like picking your favorite child, but
actually, I'm sorry, but like, is it fair to say Land's the most boring?
I'd rather play it than a few Mario games, but
it's the most boring 3D game. I play it over Super Mario Bros. 2 and
I played over a lot of levels.
Oh yeah, that's that's a no-brainer. I play it over.
But, like, but I don't know why, but it doesn't feel like boring. It doesn't feel as boring.
I don't find 3D Land necessarily boring per se, but
Really, a necessarily a challenge that I feel good conquering.
I guess, yeah.
It's like it's just something about it feels more engaging with lost levels.
3D Land is it's way too easy and way too safe.
Yeah.
There's like not you play it and it's like, okay, that was a fun enough time. I don't remember Jack All though.
I think to quote Johnny, he says something like, "It's a good way to extend your time on the shitter."
I guess. It's worth that one playthrough, but after that, it's one of those games where you just play it and then you just forget about.
Okay, we're done.
Yeah.
I barely talked about it.
Yeah, that I have nothing to say about it really. It's like it's fine, but that's about it. It just exists.
What about with Steve and the Tanuki Mario suit?
I gotta stop saying this. It does its job. No, it does its job. Yes, but
The dogs don't appreciate us talking bad about 3D Land.
It's sad because there's still no dog power up. Unless you want to count the dog that randomly shows. Unless you want to count the dog in Odyssey.
Sure.
With the cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm back.
Yeah, boy.
You got the way it sounds like a jump cut.
Yeah.
I appreciate that it
Hmm?
tried to bridge the gap between 2D and 3D Mario, like even more so than the new Super Mario Bros. Series did, but
Yeah.
I will stop saying it does a job. Dagnabbit.
But yeah,
The
I guess
moments
that
of
is
greatness.
actually.
Yeah. It does its job well
It does
enough.
Yeah, it does its job well enough, and what was I gonna say?
Not
Like,
bad. I won't even say it's
trying to
mediocre.
sorry, it is trying to be that thing where it's like the gap in between, like it is trying to be like a 3D Mario with more 2D to it.
Yeah.
With it is one, it's like every 3D Mario, it's padded. Like, holy crap!
Yeah, I really don't like.
Mario and Luigi get
Oh,
the top of the
Luigi
flagpole.
now.
Yeah, I really don't like the fact that you have to play as Luigi in every stage, or like play as
Yeah,
both brothers
That
in every
was kind
stage.
It doesn't take that long in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, but it does. It's the some of the worst instances of padding I've seen. Like, there's no
Like-
real reason for it.
I do wonder if 3D Land was affected by. I wonder if its development was affected by the earthquake in Japan in 2011.
I
Briefly.
wouldn't know about. I wouldn't know about that.
Wiki. So I do wonder if that explains a few things.
Mm.
Putting that aside, it's also got the same quote-unquote problem Super Mario World has. Not many power-ups. Aesthetics aren't very varied.
I just remember that brought back in and that introduced the boomerang flower.
Oh yeah, that's a cool power up.
What was I saying? Like the developers intentionally wanted to go back to the same small pool of aesthetics that Super Mario Bros. 1 had. It
Yeah.
was kind
Was
of
it doing
legal.
Or was
That's
that where it
interesting.
started doing Mario 3 nostalgia?
Yeah, Mario 3 gets a lot of
Yeah,
nostalgia. A nostalgia pandering, I guess.
Potential annoying.
Blood Worlds again, but
Yeah.
it was for a smaller pool of level aesthetics. That's nothing wrong with that, but after 8 worlds and then 8 more worlds, it kind of there's a lot of deja vu when playing
Yeah.
3D Land.
Yeah.
I don't know how the song goes.
Mario's again suck. Like that needs to be made clear.
Huh?
Those demonic things. I have very bad memories.
I do like that they brought back the poison mushrooms. That was cool.
So
I like how they wrote like the thing that nobody liked.
donate the game, but I think Galaxy 2 and 3D World are better.
Yeah, easily. That's not even a competition.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not even fair.
But yeah, again, I appreciate it for being a decent enough 3D Mario on the 3DS.
For what it's doing.
Yeah, and it makes sense for the 3DS game to be like a 2D Mario game in 3D. But it's a little bit confusing why they still went for that mentality for 3D World. I still really love 3D World. It's a great game, but it feels a bit limited in where it could have been, because it is. I think it is trying a bit too hard to be a 3D game in 2D sometimes. So it makes sense for the 3DS, but you know, whatever.
The Wii U is not the 3DS.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it makes sense to have like limited level design for the 3DS, but the Wii U is like a home console, and you expect a bit more.
I lost over here.
It's just, I don't know. What did you guys have to say about 3D World? Because it's been a while since I played it. I don't remember too
I'm
much.
glad. I do like
Excellent.
the.
Excellent.
Okay, one thing I like about 3D World
For
right off the
doubting it.
bat. What?
Old people in general were wrong for doubting it at E3. I don't care what you thought of the trailer. It was gonna be good.
What's your icon?
Yeah?
Eat the crow, all of you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say one thing I like about 3D World right off the bat. Different characters play similarly enough and with different attributes to make them different, and you're not stuck as Mario.
Yeah. And I like changing characters, like, almost on a level-to-level basis.
Because one problem I have with the new Mario games is even if they are exactly the same, I don't want to be Mario all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
You're gonna like why when you can also when the thing is players 2, 3, and 4 also have like the option to be someone different,
Yeah.
whereas 1 is forever Mario.
Yeah.
Doesn't help that there's like a specific ending if whoever lands the final boss being hit.
Yeah. Like, if you're trying to do that for, like, a video or something, where it's like, oh, the different little endings. Like, you have to do all this, like, weird malarkey to play as the other characters if it's just you.
Yeah.
I do like 3D World a lot. Like again,
Yeah.
if I can play with my family, I do. That's an important factor for me.
Right.
Another thing is like going into that though. One thing, while it does do better at the co-op than the new games does, at the same time, the camera.
The camera doesn't know what to focus on. I think it's
It
just...
goes everywhere.
Yeah. Nice hit, Bokoblin. But,
Or in 3D World in the new Super Mario series, like that goes without saying.
Yeah, I think it's just the fact that it's a 3D game, so it's like, there's more space to work with.
Right.
I appreciate 3D World again. It's a similar. I think I'm at. Similar both to the new Mario Wii for me. I appreciate what the developers did, learning from the previous handheld experience and expanding that.
Yeah.
It's really just nice to have Peach playable again. Like
That's
was a
true.
little disappointment, honestly. You didn't have that. Spoilers for Harry. Careful.
He's been in the game.
I just spoiled it. Never mind.
No, yeah, I've been in the game. I just need to find the moons now.
Appreciate that 3D World had Peach playable by default.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, everyone. I like Luigi being there, but that's just petty stuff on my part.
What's if Mario's there? Of course, Luigi's there.
And then I sometimes think the 3D teams hate Luigi.
Also, before we knew what Bowser was going to do in 3D World, I had this funny idea in my head. Where it's like, so if you can play as Peach, I wonder if like Bowser just accidentally stole the cardboard cutout of Peach. So like when you find Bowser later on and you're Peach, he's just like, oh well, this is awkward. And he just fights you anyway because it's like, screw it.
I imagine Bowser like just serenading a cardboard cutout Peach or having dinner with her one day.
One of my favorite bits in Mario U is like the very start of it. It's just like one of the things about the punch for table. The giant Bowser hand just like slightly moves Peach's chair out of the way, then punch.
Oh yeah! Yeah, I love that.
Just like gotta protect her, not you.
Yeah, I love that. Little character moments like that. Yeah. That 3D World also looks gorgeous as well. Like, so there are like specific levels I remember where the lighting just really pops. Like, there's one sunset level, and the levels where you ride Plessy, I think the water looks gorgeous. It's a game I need to replay at some point because I don't remember too much. I remember more than 3D Land, but I don't know.
So by the way, just a random question. When we're done with this, are we just gonna what's it called?
Dance. I don't know.
Or just is it just gonna be the rest of the thing gonna be Zelda? Just casual.
Well, when we're done with talking about Mario, I'm just gonna end the stream.
Oh.
Because there's no point in, because like me playing Zelda is just so viewers can have something to watch. uh, um, yeah, I don't have much to say about 3D World.
Largest game, fun game. Like
Oh, I also one
judge
thing,
anime. How do you judge Mario?
Hmm. What you
a
mean?
post game thing I do like they give you one extra character.
Oh yeah, you get Rosalina, which is
Pretty
cool.
early on the post game, the form of Rosalina. I mean, I don't like playing as her that much.
Yeah, I like that she has a spin jump from Galaxy, but besides that, she's just too slow for
Which
me.
is deactivated the moment you get any power up.
Yeah, that's the issue. Yeah, you have all these other buttons you could use, and yeah.
Her jump is also a little too slow because in a nitpicky sense. Because I know the little timing of a slot machine, but her her ascent is so slow it messes with my timing.
She's just too slow in general. Like I can deal with Peach's, Peach being pretty slow compared to the other three, but Rosalina is even slower, and it's kind of, it's
Distracting.
yeah, it's just it's very distracting.
I do like the oh, what was it called? There's this one. I do like her outfits though with the
Yeah.
power ups.
Yeah,
Like, one of my favorite things is the fire Peaches because I like the ponytail.
yeah, she looks really good in that.
Like, you know, because that's the thing they use when she's doing any
Oh.
sports game.
Yeah. Also, speaking of power ups, do you guys prefer the way the 3D game like 64 Sunshine and the Galaxy games did it, where they were more situational and they were more used for like specific level gimmicks, or do you prefer the way 2D games and 3D Land and World do it?
Really
2D.
depends.
Hmm.
But I do like carrying over power ups. Like if Yoshi counts as a power up, I like carrying him over levels.
I
mean,
think
what's the word?
go for the 2D way.
Okay.
Some power ups really should just be a one-time use because some of them are just broken.
I could go either way, but I do like that. I part of me kind of wants to say the situational ones more because it gives them more of a chance to let power ups shine for specific level gimmicks, and I don't know, because I like stuff like the floods
Well-
extensions and the power ups in the Galaxy games.
Well, I kind of like also like going from what I'm saying. Like I kind of feel better when they're more simplistic, like only one purpose, kind of like just Fire Mario, just Fireball. But
I guess.
I also prefer hit.
Well, yeah, because the thing of the 2D Mario games is that when you get a power up, is you feel stronger, like that you get like something more to. It's an extension to Mario's normal abilities, whereas like the 3D games, like before 3D Land is like they're there for specific stars or whatever.
Sorry, I'm playing Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
What's new?
Yeah. Yeah. Who do we like playing as the most? I guess.
In
Because
World?
I'm a basic man.
3D World.
I don't know actually. Because I just like changing between them so much. So they all feel like 'cause, like I like Toad's speed, but I don't like the jump. I like Mario's balance, but that's all she wrote. I
Yeah.
like Luigi's I like Luigi's high jump, but I don't like the distance he can get with that jump.
Yeah. And also
Peach,
he takes
but I don't like how slow she is.
yeah, and Luigi also has the issue of like taking like 10 years to fall down after a jump.
Yeah, slow ascent, slow descent, and Rosalina is just my least favorite to play as overall.
Yeah. Toad's my
But
favorite overall
I'm not
because
gonna
I
say
like.
that's her fault. It's not her fault.
Yeah, I like the fact that Rosalina's playable, and it's a nice little
Yeah,
post-content bonus. Uh,
she gets a lot more credit from me because of that.
yeah. And, yeah, I like playing as Toad the most because I like that speed.
He takes. Oh yeah, he also descends the fastest too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's the same deal with, like, it's the same way they worked in, Doki Doki Panic, or whatever.
You know, I kind of like that actually.
Yeah. That's all I
Thinking
wanted
about
to
3D World because I'm tired, and also it's just like game I like it. I can't really explain much else about it.
Yeah, I like playing it as well. I don't really have much to say about it besides that, but it was a fun game. I enjoyed it. That's about it. All I can say.
Of the 4 3D Mario games I have beaten played to completion, it's probably my second favorite.
Oh, okay.
64 Sunshine or Odyssey, so
Yeah.
I like.
Thing with 3D World is like 3D just quickly 3D World to me is like a I guess I don't want to say not as good because that sounds kind of mean. It's like a safer version of Galaxy 2. Like it has a lot of really good level design, but I don't think it's as good. And
I don't know. I don't like. Excuse me. Like implying a linearity automatically means safe.
no, well, I think in comparison to Galaxy 2, I don't think it's as daring as the level design choices in that game.
Are we on Odyssey now?
Ask
Yeah.
the Virtual Boy first.
I like that what they do is different. You know,
Yeah.
like no
I like the
lie.
aesthetics. I like the aesthetics of black and red.
Oh crap.
I believe that Nintendo should bring that back at some point.
I like how they did like because I think one thing that they got it right. And well, I want to say it like that. Like, I appreciate how what a different kind of team can do without Miyamoto's like eye over them.
Yeah, like Odyssey
He's been
showed.
hands off with Mario for a while now.
Yeah. Cause
Miyamoto's control was or like say in the matter was way too authoritative, I guess, back then.
yeah, I think it's
Been hands off for a while.
well, I think an issue is just like people are like developers seem to be too scared and challenging Miyamoto's beliefs or
Steve
not.
Miyamoto.
Yeah, because like he's like
He pretty much is Mr. Video Game if that's Mario, even though that's Mario himself.
yeah, and people are just like, well, he must know what he's talking about, and they're too scared to think otherwise. And it's only like with the Switch especially, it's like only now where people have like they've tried branching out a bit more and tried to make risks.
Somebody who's the guy who's like was in charge of Odyssey?
Korizumi or something like that.
Because somebody else is basically doing Miyamoto's job, kind of more.
Yeah, like I think it's Korizumi or something, but like whoever the guy is, he, huh?
Yeah, you're right. It was Koizumi.
Right. Yeah, he is more in charge of what goes on with the Switch, and it kind of shows, because like he was one of the few people who constantly challenged Miyamoto, and like he thinks like having some extra story elements to a game can make it better, and like just like try different things and all that, and you can kind of see that with Odyssey, where it's like
yeah, Miyamoto too focused on the if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess.
yeah, because like with Odyssey, every world is like the main plot is being affected by like everyone's being affected by the main plot of what Bowser's trying to do, and it gives it makes the story a bit more than just okay. You start Bowser kidnaps Peach, fun levels, fun levels, fun levels. Final Bowser boss, end of the game.
Wasn't that fun?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, let's see.
It's the same old song and dance where you.
I haven't played
Yeah.
yet. What am I, like halfway through maybe?
Well, what kingdom are you on?
Which kingdom is it? The one where like some giant octopus sucking up all the soda from the ocean.
Seaside, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I just open world Mario is my cup of tea at this point. I think I'm just.
Hmm. Odyssey is a Mario game we really did need though. I think
Yeah.
because again I enjoyed.
It's still traditional, but different enough that it's its own thing.
It feels like a mix of everything they've learned up to that point when it comes to Mario design in general. It because it's like the open world kind of style of 64 and Sunshine with the main levels, but there's also those little was it those linear state areas that are like kind of
Right.
like Galaxy and all that.
Right. Right now I know where it is.
I like Odyssey. I'm not sure if I like it more than Galaxy 2, but it's definitely one of my favorites. And
I'm old and jaded. If I played it earlier, I would probably like it more.
mm,
Just need really more time to play games. What was I gonna say?
yeah.
It's fine. I appreciate that they've loosened Mario's controls. We're back. Like we have Mario can do parkour again, basically. And they have their opinions.
I do love
The
Odyssey's
dogs
control.
have their opinions.
Yeah, I think Odyssey probably has my favorite Mario control.
It's like it has such a
I've-
nice flow to it. It's like that kind of stuff I get from Hand in Time at points.
Yeah.
What, Mom? I don't know.
I don't know why I'm so zoomed out with the arrows. Zoomed in, rather. How do I zoom out? I don't
know.
like being that
Yes.
zoomed in.
I think I had discussed it with you and Andrew at various points over the years that we came to the consensus that our dream Mario game would be an open one that had basically pocket levels that would provide more linear experiences.
Hmm.
I don't know,
that.
Mom.
I mean, they kind of have that with those little mini like linear challenges in Odyssey, I guess.
And those secret levels in Sunshine.
Yeah.
You just make anything else?
About that,
Mhm.
I'm gonna say.
You. Doing a thing.
See,
What? We're in the middle of a thing. Well, there's not much to eat around the house.
Oh,
I guess.
poor Jason. It's still stormy.
Gravy, what did I forget? Awkward podcast to listen to again.
Didn't you miss
for one
this?
moment.
Didn't you miss this amazing podcast?
This is the first
No
one
more
I've been
on
in.
topic.
Thank you. Level aesthetics. I mean, looked at New Donk City and expected every level to be completely weird looking. No, a lot of levels still kind of fall into the usual Mario tropes, just prettier.
I will say this. I was a little bit disappointed that we didn't get more characters.
They did what?
I was a little bit disappointed we didn't get more characters like Pauline. Like it would have been cool if we had like other characters we don't usually see in a main line Mario game, like Daisy or like Wario and Waluigi or something like that. I don't know.
G. Like they brought back Pauline for one level and then
Yeah, that was it.
they should have brought back
At
Stanley
least
too.
with an impact in the world she was in.
Yeah.
Like,
She
not
makes
just being there.
yeah. Well, she makes sense to be in New Donk, so yeah.
We don't have a Sarasa Land Kingdom.
Okay. Yeah, Mom? So?
So you may want to mute yourself when you're talking to someone else.
Sorry. Not much you can do, because otherwise my mom's gonna yell.
Oh, I want the fire sword. Oh crap.
Get
You got the
creativity.
fire swords.
Fire!
Roy has the fires. I don't know where that's from.
Me neither.
It's funny though.
Creativity of the kingdoms. Well, not that. I mean, I'm one of those weirdos who doesn't really care for the numerous amounts of moons all over the place. It just kind of messes with my brain.
Mm.
I'm not yelling. I'm whisper yelling.
Odyssey is one of those games I will probably never complete.
I'm gonna
try.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and complete it. Oh my goodness.
But like if I don't get all the moons, I'm not gonna lose any sleep.
Yeah. It's something I want to
It might
do.
bug me slightly if I don't get all the shrines in Breath of the Wild, but
Yeah, getting all the shrines in Breath of the Wild is probably going to be more time consuming for me overall. It's I want to get all the moons at some point, but I'm in no rush.
yeah, is there meat in that? Yes.
Jason is now happy.
Yes, I am.
Yay! I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, like Odyssey's great.
I'm glad we have it.
No thoughts. I haven't beaten it.
Yeah, and again, it's a game we desperately needed after like the new games and 3D Land and World, where it felt like Mario was starting to play it a bit too safe.
I still will be that guy who says that people were overblowing those complaints, but
I guess, but like, so I still really do enjoy those games regardless. But I think we did need a Mario game that tried to be a bit more. I don't want to say original, but like.
the irony is that Odyssey is doing a lot of stuff that the other Mario games did. It just put a new coat of paint on it.
Well, I think the main
It's the
thing.
biggest thing.
The main thing is that it's going back to like 64 and Sunshine kind of level design, where it's like it's an open space again, because like there's a lot of untapped potential in that kind of.
The pandering to
design.
80s kids or pandering to 90s kids. Okay, gotcha.
Well, I don't know. I do like the fact that they went back to open world Mario again, because we haven't had that for years. And I think they did a really good job bringing it back. And I think there's a lot. I think they'd be kind of silly not to do an Odyssey 2 or like a Galaxy 2 situation, because I feel like there's still a lot of untapped potential.
I think I'm just a little bugged that people were using Odyssey to reopen that what's a real 3D Mario debate yet again. Mario.
Eh.
Is there Crash Bandicoot, a 3D platformer, Harry, 3D Land, and 3D World fall into the same category?
Yeah.
Like Mario, just like Super Mario Bros. 3 is a real 2D platform, and Super Metroid is a real 2D platformer. They're just different in their openness.
Yeah, it's not really a thing of that. It's like, I don't think that there's no one correct way to enjoy like a 3D Mario game or a 2D Mario game or whatever. Like, you might enjoy a linear 3D Mario game more. You might like open world more, but it doesn't make one like objectively the only way for Mario to make a game. I don't know.
Pass the song debates.
Shouldn't be a debate. I'm not sure why people are so hell bent on questioning it.
I don't know.
I do like.
Because probably nostalgic kind of stuff. It's like like when you're so attached to something,
if it changes up, usually that's when you start. That's usually when they start complaining.
I guess I
One
guess,
Mario
I
change.
guess I guess it's even worse in Sonic's case because of the consistency between them in the instance.
or lack thereof.
I meant
Yeah, yeah.
Genesis wise.
Oh, Genesis wise, yeah.
Because of like they had a nice escalating consistency,
Right.
which was great and which helped and doomed it at the same time.
Yeah. I
Not
think.
that they would have known about that, but
Yeah, I think the one thing I will sympathize with like the 3D Mario stuff, because we got 2 games in that open style, and then after that a lot of the games like sometimes you had like open areas in like Galaxy and all that, but all the games post Sunshine were very linear overall. So like I can understand being very hungry for another game like Sunshine, because that was like 2002, 2003, and Odyssey is like 2018 or 2017 rather.
I think it also goes into what you said earlier about like how the fact that they used the fact that Mario 2 USA exists kind of gave Mario the potential to be more and like be more open with what he wants to and what he can do.
Yeah, you
I
can.
think that's a fair assessment. Like,
Yeah,
the franchise should be allowed to expand and experiment. Like, there should not.
yeah.
Like, I appreciate having a
Breath of the
few
Wild,
conventions.
and look at Breath of the Wild, and look how that did.
Yeah, exactly. But I think my point with the Mario stuff is like I think it can be totally fine if we just had 2D Mario, but where that's the linear version of Mario, and the 3D stuff can be more open ended. Because what's the point in having like both be linear when like you can just balance it out by doing one for each, I guess.
You don't play exactly alike. Some people just want a bit of both.
I guess.
What you need is all three, just alternated and cycled out.
But I think Odyssey also does a good job in balancing that with those like linear secret areas.
Yeah,
And now comes out, I'll probably like it more in the same way Galaxy 2 I think is better than the first.
like
Right.
the thing is, it's kind of like how the styles work and all that. It's like if you're gonna either probably should keep one in one thing, but if you're gonna do it, you have to find a good balance.
Right. Dang it, I want to find at least one shrine.
Like one thing I gotta say against Sonic Colors, for an example, is like while it does the 3D segments are nice, they're not that many of them.
Yeah, and most of them you just run past as an excuse to get to the next 2D section.
Generation's kind of like guilty of this too at points, and it doesn't even help that one half of the game is specifically all 2D levels.
Yeah, I will say, as a 3D Sonic game, Generations I think is better, but as a game, I enjoy Colors more. Okay, well, here we are talking about Sonic again, but
Well, it's
yeah.
easy to compare the two.
Yeah. I
Why
enjoy Colors' design more overall, but Generations does more with being a 3D game than Colors does.
Right.
But yeah, that's neither here nor there.
Sonic.
We're more or less done. Like I've said all I really wanted
Do you
to.
want to go off on just random other Mario games now, or do you want to stay with platformers?
Well, is there any? Well,
Time
is there anything else we have to say about Odyssey?
about Odyssey,
I don't think I really gave a general thought about it, actually.
I don't think you did. No.
I just have fun with the thing. It's like, cause, like I'm just one of those guys who are pretty easy to please,
Yeah.
and as long as I'm having fun with it, you get an A in my book.
Right.
I complain a lot, but I'm kind of the same way. I take what I get.
It's very hard
Like-
for me to not at least enjoy a game. Like, you have to be the bottom of the barrel.
Mario definitely also has that advantage of being, because Mario just he has that nice kind of like smiley kind of tone, I guess you can say, that
He's
makes
the
you feel good just playing.
he's the epitome of joy.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
Mario is
burger.
joy.
Woohoo! See you next time, burger.
He's just happy to have you play his game.
This is like
Although I don't use, you know what's funny? I love about Mario Kart. I never play as Mario.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really does. Well, there's obviously someone, but
Is it bad that I never play as Baby Mario than normal Mario?
oh crap.
Or to some degree Tanuki or Metal?
I'd play as Metal Mario, I guess.
Well, Metal Mario at least at least has a different weight.
Yeah.
Not surprised. Woohoo!
Ah, dang it.
I actually did use Metal Mario when going for the rest of the 200cc cups.
Yeah.
Because like his weight was more what I needed instead of using my typical villager.
Yeah. I'm bad at timing this.
What are you doing right now? Because I'm not looking.
I'm trying to fight a Guardian!
Uh-huh.
And I'm really out of practice of timing these shield reflex. Because I don't have any Guardian arrows. Oh, screw this, I'm running away.
Is it one of the moving guardians or is it one of the
Yeah,
stationaries?
it's moving.
Oh. Oh, those things are scary.
Especially when you're not properly equipped.
Yeah, well, the Guardians in general, I guess since we're done, and with Mario, the Guardians in general are just scary, just because they have their own music and everything.
They have
too,
a
which I always say,
yeah.
What?
I know. I was just gonna say they have a presence, so you don't want to be near them.
They also established early on in the game, story-wise as well, how dangerous they are.
Yeah, they like.
Are we down with Mario talk now?
Unless you have anything else to say about Odyssey, yeah.
Not really.
Had to play more
Yep.
so far.
I'm just looking forward to what they do next, because Odyssey has opened the book quite a bit, and they could.
Mario did use the bleed kind of boss.
It's like there are so many.
I'm censoring myself for Scrappy's sake.
I mean, there are so many Mario enemies that weren't in Odyssey that they could use in a sequel, and like let you capture them and do cool things with them, or have you. I don't know. Go to different kingdoms.
I do hope he doesn't permanently supplant the actual power-ups.
Well, they have to use another excuse for Cappy.
That's true, I guess.
On Luigi. The end.
I mean, they can probably like easily.
His motive for helping out Mario in Odyssey is gotta save my sister.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we have a
we're a friend now, so
let's just
let's go on adventures.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm your power up.
Yeah.
Which makes it weird when you play Super Mario post game?
Oh, because
Tippy.
Yeah.
Oh, what, Mom?
Okay. Well, I think that is all I have to say on the matter.
Mario.
One final thought from my. Mario's love, Mario is life. I'm serious about that too.
Yeah, Mario is a really great series. Like, it's my second favorite franchise for a reason, because it's very this quality is very consistent, and I can generally have a good time with Mario. And it has a lot of like other side series as well that I get a really good kick out of as well, like the party games, Mario Kart, the RPG games and stuff like that. Like, it's very rare to have a bad Mario game.
But I'd say it's probably got one of them. Like that Kirby and guys have the best track records of these franchises.
Yeah, Mario and Kirby are very consistent. Like Kirby is like I can't even think of a bad Kirby game.
Yeah,
Quick Squad!
mediocre at best for Kirby.
Oh, hi, you're back.
For Kirby, it's mediocre at worst. At worst.
Yeah. And like there might be like a Kirby game you don't like, but that's more down to personal taste.
Right.
Yeah.
Kirby games are like they're always easy, but they have that something different
Yeah.
that makes them stand out and thus like feel like a proper kind of like sequel.
That while we're on that for a second, I feel that they do need to do something.
Change things up or like try like a 3D, like actually 3D Kirby or something.
Yeah, I think it's time for them to try a 3D Kirby game because I think
We have it there, right?
yeah, because I think the Return to Dreamland playstyle has
Worn its welcome.
worn out its welcome at this point. We need something
Especially
different.
with the gap between games as well, kind of makes you feel like they had something new planned.
Yeah,
But when
Really
it's just
wear out the
same kind of formula.
yeah.
formula of Return to Dreamland because the basic Kirby formula.
Yeah. Well, I think we just need like something. I think because like Kirby games generally have the same kind of concept. Also, I'm trying to get a good shot here. This is actually kind of nice.
One problem though I can imagine though is like there's not necessarily the transition of Kirby himself in the 3D. It's probably more using the power ups.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird.
Oh no! Actually, I thought something worked. The flying.
That too.
It's like Kirby 64 did.
You'd have to nerf the fly.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
that,
there's
so.
a thing in 64 that did that. I guess they do that. I suppose.
What you mean, like how trying to do the cap dive again just won't work the second time?
No, I mean like how.
Oh, the Goombas have a hype cap.
Well, I mean like in Kirby 64, like the you get those star things that like build up the flight meter or whatever it was. I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, in Kirby 64, don't you have like limited? You can't like fly forever.
You have a limited flight per jump.
Right.
And if you try flying again, even when your thing runs out, you just still putter off to the and you just ascend a little slow before you eventually boom.
Something like that, then I guess I could do. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing about a 2D game versus a 3D game.
Yeah.
The transition is never exactly an easy thing to pull.
It does seem like they've been slowly like testing it out, like because there was that mini game in Robot. There's the 3D hub world in Star Allies, and I think there was some. There's that battle royale thing as well. Which is, I guess, testing out power-ups in 3D.
It's interesting, yeah, like, although, like, I wonder if, I think they sold it as a full-price game is the thing, though.
That's kind of silly. I've stopped playing at this point. I just...
Put on Xenoblade!
this is... No, look, this is a pretty nice shot, though. I mean, like, the rain's kind of ruining it, but...
Oh, I'm going on to the shot right now. I'm getting back in the chat. Let me see.
There was a sunset earlier, and it looked really nice.
Oh, okay.
You can still look at it, I guess.
To the stream! Let me see. I'm gonna see. I mean, this looks like a nice place for a sunset. And then the lightning strikes you.
Guys, for your time, but
Yeah.
Off now.
Yeah. I think we should stop now. we might do other Mario retrospectives for like the other games like RPGs and stuff, but I don't know. That'll be.
RPGs, no extended whining about Sticker Star, okay?
I haven't even. I remember playing it a little bit, but yeah, whatever. Yeah.
I have played. I have played Sticker Star.
Yeah. Regardless, though, thanks for watching this.
Well, I'll just say no. I don't hate it, but I just think it's meh.
Yeah. Regardless, though, thanks for watching the.
We've been people, I think.
Yeah, we've been people. We'll see you guys next time in 5 months for another episode of the Deadcast. Okay, bye.